Sunday mornings and midnight lights turn into songs that you watch me write. Stole your sweater on that night. You took a picture, keep by my bedside. So you're mine when you're gone, baby, please don't be alone. I got my ticket to the west side. You say my name with your accent, makes me remember how much I missed you. Hope you're planning to stay for a million days. You'll be my
Good evening and welcome to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're here today for the Boise State's Esports Tower Rumble, where talented all-star teams of Esports Tower compete every 2 weeks in standalone tournaments. And tonight, we will crown our first Rocket League Rumble champion of the fall. These talented Rocket League players will battle each week in a standalone bracket. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, and joining me to help call the action is Michael Fish Fisher. Fish, we are into the bracket stage of what last week was a whole new dynamic for Esports Tower Rumble 2v2.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what these teams learned from last week because 2v2 is such a different game format. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We're going to focus a lot more on individual play. Going to see a lot more goals scored off the dribble. And honestly, there's a chance for even higher scoring games because if both your teammates get aggressive, there's not that third kind of roamer at that midfield stripe. So it's a very, very different game, but so far, we've kind of seen the same name on top. The Barracudas came in as the #1 seed from our group stage. Fully expect them to be a favorite to make it all the way, but there's some very talented teams. I know the Red Scorpions seem to adapt very quickly. We also have the Blue Scorpion and the Lynx that we'll also see later on tonight. All four of those teams really feel like they have the edge going into our bracket stage.
Yeah, a lot of new players got a chance to shine in this event. The new talent pool could really shake things up with the top teams currently, But let's take a look at how this overall will work. The event rules is that group stages are held the first week with bracket stages in the second week. In terms of top teams, you mentioned in Fish, the Barracudas and Red Scorpions already securing themselves in the semifinals. So we're just going to have to see who joins them. Will it be the Blue Scorpions or Blue Wolves? Both of those teams really just never really got a true chance to shine last week.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this, I think any four of those teams in our quarterfinals there, Yellow Vipers, Blue Scorpions, Lincoln, Blue Wolves, any of those teams I think have a chance to make it into our semifinals. The Blue Scorpions are the team that, felt maybe the strongest, just were really working together. I think even had a couple moments where it looked like maybe a player or even both players had disconnected. So don't really know if they got a great fair shot last week. So would not be shocked if the Blue Scorpions maybe make a bit of a surprise run. But really, I mean, the Red Scorpions and the Barracudas is the matchup we want. We talked about it last week. We were hoping and hoping and hoping they would play each other. So I'm kind of rooting for the favorites to win out here, Jem, so we can finally see that championship matchup with the Barracudas and Red Scorpions.
Well, as we get ready to start the first match, we want to remind our friends on Twitch to support your team, celebrate the successes, but be respectful to other fans. Mods will remove anyone who violates the chat. Well, you were looking forward to the top teams and seeing how they perform, but of course, any team, whether they are the underdog or the favorite can win, can only perform so well if they forget the Doc's Keys to the Game, which are presented today by Esports Tower. Doc's Keys to the Game in Rocket League 2v2 is to create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. Those are Doc's Keys to the Game. Brought to you by Esports Tower. You can score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you ranked up. All right, we're ready to start the quarterfinals with the first match. This is going to be the Lynx versus the Blue Wolves. Both teams are looking to bounce back after a slow start to the group stage last week. They showed signs that they could compete in this Rumble.
So we kick things off right here. Great stop off the kickoff by the Blue Wolves. Lynx just got a retreat stolen away. Now going to be dribbled up the field. I believe this is Drav looking for the first goal of the game, but a huge save. No follow-up going to come through either, and now they both got to retreat. The Lynx with a fast start in game one of our quarterfinals.
Right here, the Lynx are going to dribble it up the field, but they're going to get stopped right there. Drav of the Lynx is going to try again, setting up for Crazy Cat over on the other side there. Right now, nothing really able to be shown. Drav is keeping the side control going, though, for the Lynx. Is able to pick up some fresh boost, fill up, and get the goal. First one for the Lynx.
That's a great job there by Drav. Kind of did that by himself. I think they wanted to pass to Crazy Cat, but Crazy Cat went in for the demo, and oh no! Off the kickoff. Drav's going to score again. Lynx and Silent Killa not on the same page.
Crazy Cat gets the better of that kickoff. Crazy Cat has seen some incredible growth recently. He is a new promotion from Division 2 and is stepping up his gameplay to the level of competition.
Crazy Cat right now in a 1-on-2. Ball finally stolen away, but the Blue Wolves haven't really got much offense going. Finally get some side control. Great play off the wall, but Drav and Crazy Cat both there. Ball immediately cleared down as Silent Killer's got to retreat in front of that. Crazy Cat looking for a pass back to draw, but the ball doesn't have enough speed on it. That's going to allow the Blue Wolves to dribble this one out of their own end.
Blue Wolves stopped midfield by Drov. Now Crazy Cat is going to set it up for Drov. Nice clear way towards the goal, just off to the left, and isn't going to find it. Silent trying to, the 50-50 with Crazy Cat isn't going to go in the Blue Wolves' favor. Side control still being held on by the Lynx. Crazy Cat trying to center it up, actually goes flying past the ball. That's going to allow Silent the opportunity here to try to get a clear, but Drov is certainly competing for it. It goes right over Crazy Cat's head, and they have to rotate back to prevent a potential goal from being scored.
Oh, Drov, another great shot. This one is going to roll in. Drov's just kind of lobbing balls on net. You see that, 6 shots. None for anybody else in the game. He's got a hat trick as well. Drov almost single-handedly winning this game so far for the Lynx in game 1.
Now Crazy Cat up the side of the wall is going to be looking to air dribble it, center it up for Drov, who's waiting, but Silent is going to run some interference, stopping a shot on goal from being made, but Drov is ready for the second chance now with that air dribble right in there solo. And 4-0, Drov is alive tonight.
Drov wants that chance at the Barracudas. And if he keeps playing like this, the Lynx might have a great chance of maybe upsetting them if they get there. I think they'd meet them in the grand finals. But right now, the Lynx in total control. Drov nearly drops it down for a 5th goal. Crazy Cat looking for their first, going to take a shot. They'll join the scoring. You mentioned they've been playing really hard. The Lynx realized after the group stage they needed to work on their decision making. They've been working on their in-game decisions, and well, we're only in game 1 and we're only halfway through, but so far, Jim, I would say mission successful.
Yeah, very well done by the Lynx here. Blue Wolves, I don't necessarily see if they can stage a return from this point in the match. We'll see. Crazy Cat is chasing Drov up the side of the field, picks up, actually is able to steal the corner boost away from the Blue Wolves. He's now going to go back to midfield, looking to get the clear again. He's trying to play it around with a little pop there. He's trying to fake out some of the members of the Blue Wolves, but they're not falling for it quite yet. Might be able to get their first goal here, setting it up for, a demo right onto the Lynx there.
Drov's got to be careful. Now the Blue Wolves looking for another chance. No boost, though. And that's just going to make everything a lot harder as Lynx and Silent Killer both going to be forced to retreat. Drov's going to clear it the length of the field, take it himself with that full boost. Looking for one more. Can we get the double hat trick here, Jim? No. He loses the ball, tries to spike it in net, but unfortunately that shot not even close.
Crazy Cat looking to center here. Is able to, but Drov didn't quite like the look of that one. Just waited back in midfield. Has some full boost, but is going to prevent the Blue Wolves from taking that boost nonetheless. Crazy Cat dribbling it up to the other side of the field. Drov following close behind. Crazy Cat plays it around 1. Now it's all set up for Drov here. He's going to come in, try to redirect into the goal. Just goes off to the left there. Crazy Cat again is going to try to center it up one more time. Doesn't quite get the right altitude for Drov. But Drov's going to try again there, but just missed the ball there. But overall at this time, I think the Lynx are pretty confident.
Yeah, the Lynx have got to be incredibly confident. It seems like all that hard work they put in paid off as a shot just goes wide for the Blue Wolves. We're starting to run out of time, but one goal would be nice to maybe build that confidence going into game 2 because everything is a best of 3 now. No more best of ones, so these players, do get a little bit more time to have some actions. Crazy Cat just barely misses a goal. Drov racing in. Takes it a little bit high. Can he get their own follow-up? No, as it looks like Silent Killer's racing down. Can they angle his ball on net? 10 seconds left. Unfortunately for the Blue Wolves, it does not look like they're going to find a goal here in game 1, and the Lynx the commanding 5-0 win.
And all we need to do is see that soccer ball hit the ground, and that'll do it. The Lynx winning that first game in very convincing fashion. We're going to jump right into the... I thought we were going to jump right into the second one there, but I wouldn't blame the Lynx if they wanted to jump right into the second one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you're the Lynx, you're like, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. The Blue Wolves are like, hey, can we get like a minute, 5 minutes, like 30 minutes maybe? Because, the Blue Wolves had
a whole day, maybe.
Yeah, it just, that first game just was not their game, and it really wasn't their fault. Drov had some just insane solo plays. The Blue Wolves, we've been told, have been working on cleaning up their rotations, and you could see that especially I mean, not that being down 5-0 is when you want to start taking good things away, because there's a lot that went wrong to get there. But after the Blue Wolves went down 5-0, it felt like they cleaned things up a little bit defensively. There weren't these wide open nets. Drav had a couple of great shots that were saved. So if the Blue Wolves can play like they played maybe the second half of Game 1, this could be a series here. But first, they've got to focus on shutting down Drav, and maybe Crazy Cat's going to have to step up.
We go into the second of this best of 3. Drav is going to drive it right over to the corner and pick up the Blue Wolves boost over side. And just with no boost really available, Silent just kind of had to just sit and watch.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do on that. Drav is clearly a man on a mission here in these quarterfinals. Wants to get the Lynx back. They've been in the grand finals a few times here at the end of the summer rumbles, so they want to get right back into it. Drav looking maybe for a pass over to Crazy Cat. They did back off, though, so Lynx have had a couple of communication issues, but right now they are dominating side control as the Blue Wolves looking for a clear. Silent Kill able to get one. Dark Lynx now looking for another one here, as Crazy Cat's going to steal that one away.
Drav is going to leave it for Crazy Cat here. Stop that shot on goal from the Blue Wolves. They leave the goal open. Drav driving it over to the corner. Make sure to steal that corner boost. He's now just going to look to waterfall it in again, but it's just off the crossbar. But really, the Blue Wolves just seem like all they can do is be spectators when the Lynx try to make a play.
Yeah, especially when Drav has the ball. Drav has been doing some spectacular air dribbles, so now it's Crazy Cat's turn. They just need to center it to Drav. Instead, they're trying to take it themselves. Now they finally pass it off. Interesting little play there. Drav does miss the full boost. So does Dark Lynx. Crazy Cat ends up stealing it. Ball still right in front of the net. Crazy Cat ends up clearing it over into the corner, though, trying to play it themselves. And I will say the Lynx, feels like we're kind of watching two players in solo queue right now a little bit here, Jem. A lot of solo play going on.
Yeah, and it really, in terms of solo play, the Blue Wolves can't do anything right now because so well, like you just saw right there with Drav, they're doing such a good job of timing out those corner boosts and just basically boost starving the Blue Wolves. Blue Wolves have been hardly airborne at all this round so far, so just goes to show you how being able to take those resources away from the Blue Wolves is paying huge dividends.
Almost saw a nice setup there for Crazy Cat. Didn't quite connect. Huge save by Drav. Silent Killer almost tied this game because for all the shots and all the boost denial, the Lynx only have that one goal to their name as Crazy Cat's shot is denied once again. And Silent Kill has been doing a lot of the work. Now it's Dark Lynx's turn, trying to get in front of the net. Oh, can't quite make a save. The crossbar helps him out, though. Lynx standing right on top of each other, and Dark Lynx gets a huge clear down for the Blue Wolves. Looking for a goal here to tie this game up, but Drav's not going to have any of that.
Now Crazy Cat looking to get a shot on goal there, unable to find it. Drav is going to rotate in here. Has full tank of boost, able to play it around one. Silent is able to keep him from getting a shot on goal thus far. But now he's going to try again to do what he did the first time, just try to waterfall it down, and nothing much the Blue Wolves can do. But the angle there actually was an opening for them, and now they have managed to clear it.
Ooh, great center here. Drav clears that one away. Ooh, demo, but the shot still comes in. Crazy Cat, I think, barely touched that, or it might have just been wide. It was hard to tell. It's now Drav with a full boost, going to dribble it up the field, gets a great carry. And that ball goes coast to coast, and the Lynx have a 2-0 lead.
Well, at this point, there's plenty of time for the Blue Wolves, but with the way the Lynx have been playing, I would almost certainly just kind of put it away for them right now. We'll have to see as Drav is just trying to read the field, waiting for his next play. Silent just kind of sits there. This is going to play it kind of nice and slow up the side. Just going to reset again. In comes Silent again, trying to make something happen, but the Lynx definitely seem very possessive of that soccer ball. It's like they don't even want to make a play to potentially give it up. They just want to drain the clock.
And now, I mean, you know, you think when there's rocket-powered cars and explosions, it's hard to replicate real soccer, but that feels like what the Lynx are trying to do.
Yes.
Just 100% ball control, showing off their slick moves. Really doesn't look like they have any interest in scoring. As you said, they just want to dribble this clock out. They don't want to let the Blue Wolves back into the game, which is always a viable strategy, but the moment you stop playing to score and start playing to burn time is usually when the opponent finds an opening. So Not sure I agree with this. Would like to see the Lynx get one more as Drav just clears it out. And right now, I mean, I'd hate to see time of possession because I feel like the Lynx have been in possession of this ball for almost the majority of this game.
Drav is going to steal that corner boost yet again, leaving the Blue Wolves probably nothing to use right now. Crazy Cat is going to put the dagger to the heart for the Blue Wolves. That is almost certainly going to put it away for them.
Yeah, the Blue Wolves, unfortunately, they've been doing a great job of improving every week, and they, you know, they've made some steps forward overall as a team, but unfortunately, I think the Lynx just came in this game, as we talked about. They had been preparing. They realized the group stage didn't go as how they wanted it to. They probably did not want to be in the quarterfinals. They probably expected to be one of the two teams getting a bye into our semis. So great response here by the Lynx. I mean, couple of concerns, but so far a dominating series win. You pitch the shutout. That's all you can ask for.
That's going to do it for this particular match. The first quarterfinal is going decisively into the Lynx's favor. You're going into semifinals looking very strong, but they're going to be meeting the Barracudas if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be a very tough matchup for them.
I think they might actually play the Red Scorpions. And then the winner of our Blue Scorpions, Yellow Vipers, second quarterfinal play the Barracudas. So they wouldn't see the Barracudas till the grand finals. Which, again, I mean, honestly, though, Jim, I'm not going to say that, you know, we shouldn't just expect the Barracudas to be in there because they did kind of dominate last week. So totally fair to assume the Barracudas would be just in our grand finals awaiting that Lynx Red Scorpions semifinal matchup. But we do have one more quarterfinal. We have the Blue Scorpions and the Yellow Vipers, and I think these are both teams that we saw with some very good plays in the group stage. Also had some just blunders, and I think the Blue Scorpions are a team that are very interesting to me because they played the Barracudas close. It was a 2-0 win, but it was still a very close series, and it felt like there were a couple times that you and I were like, are they lagging? Has someone disconnected? So assuming the Blue Scorpions are all good on the connection side, they might be better than their seed actually showed going into this bracket stage.
Yeah, that is true. They have had basically a week to try to work out any connection issues that they had. But speaking of Blue Scorpions and Yellow Vipers, that is going to be the second quarterfinal match of the night. We're going to see which of those go on to the semifinals. So here we go. Second quarterfinal match. Blue Scorpions, Yellow Vipers. Who will be going on to the semifinals? We're going to find out right now.
There's the kickoff here from Zella. Going to get this one over to their teammate and close friend, if I remember it correctly. And trying to get them into Esports Tower. And what a way, if you get to the semifinals, is, oh my goodness, the Yellow Vipers. That ball's still bouncing around. I don't know how that shot did not go in.
In all of that.
And this Tal now is going to dribble it up right in front of the net. So far, the Yellow Vipers have been in command of this series. But Zella and Voodoo combined to keep that ball out of their net and keep us in a 0-0 game 30 seconds in despite that close call.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is that these two teams faced off at the end of the group stage last weekend. The series was won by the Yellow Vipers 2-0. So will they repeat that performance, or will the Blue Scorpions be able to adapt and take home this series? Right now, Blue Scorpions struggling to stop this clear from the Yellow Vipers, and the shot cleared off to the side by Zella there. Once again, here comes Voodoo. Is going to be driving it off to the side. Pulse Impact is not going to be able. It's stolen away there by Zella. Now, can they set that up into a goal? It's going to be grounded off into the corner here. Can the side control still go by the Blue Scorpions? Zella is able to grab control of that ball before it heads into the goal. And now we'll see if they can't get some control back and maybe some shots on goal.
Ooh, they tried for a pinch, but it ends up backfiring. That ball just slowly rolling towards the Blue Scorpions net. Finally, Voodoo is able to clear it away. Pulse Impact almost looks like a pass over to Zella, then just gets bumped out of the way. Zella trying to lob it over to Voodoo. I don't think he has a great angle to get much momentum on that ball, and it's easily stopped there. As the Yellow Vipers look for their first goal, takes a shot, but Zella with a fantastic save. Pulse Impact doing a great job. Now it's up to Tensible Tal in that corner. Zella waiting to see what they're going to do with it. Ends up playing it off the wall, takes a shot. Voodoo tried to re-angle that ball, but Pulse Impact stayed with it, and we find ourselves still in a 0-0 game as it gets cleared down to the Blue Scorpion side.
Now Zella was left all alone there to try to play defense. Unfortunately for him, wasn't able to. Pulse Impact gets the first goal of the game. And Zella has recently hit champ rank recently and has been working on refining his skills with the Esports Tower coaching staff. I'm sure with just a little bit more help from the coaches and some more gameplay with Voodoo as a team together officially, they'll be getting a lot better.
I think learned last week that Zella actually got Voodoo into the Esports Towers, one of their close friends. So they do have that sort of extra level of communication. Probably been playing a lot on ladder outside of the Esports Towers. Voodoo going to clear that one down. Great pinch by Pulse Impact, but Zella looking for a carry here. Pulse Impact, fantastic dunk. Excuse me, I think that was Silent Tao who got that dunk there. Very similar colors for both members of the Yellow Vipers. As Silent Tao looks to center it up, not going to be able to. Both members of Blue Scorpions in a dangerous spot. So they look to tie this game up, but lose possession near midfield before Zella steals it away for a brief moment.
Middle of the field, Voodoo is going to wait back here. Now moves in, trying to get the clear. Is going to have to play around Pulse Impact. Is able to stop at midfield. So it's going to be setting it up. Voodoo coming in again, stealing it away from the Yellow Vipers. And a demo there is going to allow the Blue Scorpions to get their first goal.
Yeah, that was a fantastic demo by Voodoo. Zella takes full advantage. But you see there, the shots tell the story. 7 shots for the Yellow Vipers, just 2 for the Blue Scorpions. So despite the 1-1 game, I expect the Yellow Vipers to get way more opportunities as they almost find one right there with a nice tee-off attempt. Just wide of the net, though, and Zella with a pass over to Voodoo. They missed the clear, though. But you can see the Yellow Vipers were already sort of clearing out, so they couldn't really punish them. As now Zella up on that side wall. Ends up waiting for the ball to fall down. Gets stolen away by Pulse Impact. Voodoo, last line of defense, does steal it away. Pulse Impact sets it up for Silent Tao. Looks to play it off the wall to himself, potentially, and the ball ends up right back in the hands of Pulse Impact. And an awkward touch there from Silent Tao sends the ball all the way back to his own team side.
Yellow Vipers trying to get a clear here. Zella stops that, continuing to push it up the field. Yellow Vipers corralling it again, driving it up. Looked like almost a double commit happened there, and the ball goes flying right back toward Vipers' goal. And Zella, at the last moment, scores the second goal, puts Blue Scorpions back into the lead. But they still have quite a shots on goal deficit. That's really something to see. Oh, well. Oh, woo. We'll talk about the crossbar being your best defender.
Yeah, that was very close to a disastrous kickoff goal. Blue Scorpions just needed to clear this one as Zella's going to take it all the way down. Hits the crossbar themselves. Don't see Voodoo. He's got to get back in time. I don't know where Voodoo was, but unfortunately he left that goal wide open, and we have ourselves a 2-2 game.
And that just shows the extreme importance of communication in this 2v2. You cannot rotate up too quickly, or else the other team is going to punish the overcommit, one of Doc's keys to the game. Here comes Tao pushing it up the field. Gonna try to play it around both of them. Voodoo with the save there. Pushes it back to midfield, now comes rushing in. He has no boost though, so Zella has to pick it up. And yeah, with nothing there, they aren't able to keep the ball in the air. And that is going to push it into overtime. Golden goal situation. First goal will win this.
Well, Zella and Voodoo have got a great chance, but Voodoo just barely misses. See how the Yellow Vipers want to respond. Going to get taken up the field here by Pulse Impact. Oh, no. What an insane solo play. Breaks his ankles, breaks his axles, and the Yellow Vipers in overtime have a 1-0 lead in the series.
Well, I thought the Blue Scorpions might be able to stage a reversal of fortune here, but it looked like your instincts at the beginning of that game were correct, Fish, in just terms of overall shots on goal. It eventually came back to bite the Blue Scorpions. They had some great defense there, Voodoo especially getting some nice saves, but overall in terms of shot making, it overall just started to work out for the Yellow Vipers.
Yeah, we also touched on, we talked about it in Doc's keys to the game. Don't overcommit, and that has ended up what lost the Blue Scorpions that series. They had the lead. They had a great shot from Zella, and then ball gets cleared away. We don't even see Voodoo in the frame as the Yellow Vipers are racing down the field. I don't know if he was off getting boost or what happened, but if he's able to just stay a little bit more passive, stay at that midfield line, denies that ball, Blue Scorpions win in overtime. So this is clearly a winnable series for the Blue Scorpions. They just got to the worst time to make a mistake is when one happened. If they correct that, they have a great chance here. But yeah, the Yellow Vipers, they keep generating shots. I always will favor the team that takes more shots, Jem. So if the Yellow Vipers, I think, outshot them maybe 2-1 or 3-1, I like their chances here as well. It's just going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Well, the interesting thing about the Yellow Vipers is they started this event with limited practice together, but they are able to rely on individual mechanics to get them through. But they have also started to mesh well as a team throughout the event. That could ultimately be what gets them the victory here with that individual skill and great team play. Right now, Zella has to backflip, rushing back to make sure that there is someone ready to defend there with a great save from the Yellow Vipers. Voodoo drives it over to the corner, but isn't able to pick up the boost. Is left stumbling and fumbling, has to stop to get the boost in the midfield. And is now ready to center it up for Zella. Shot on goal, stopped by Pulse Impact, and look out, they overcommitted. That's going to be the first goal for Yellow Vipers.
That was a great setup from the Blue Scorpion, trying to bounce that one off the wall. I think it was a great pinch by Voodoo to Zella, but a fantastic save, and that's what happens when you overcommit. It's a wide open net. Second kickoff here, Yellow Vipers would, of course, win the series if the score does hold. There's still plenty of time left as Voodoo puts it right above the net. Double commit comes out from the Yellow Vipers. Zella's just going to knock it in. Voodoo with the great tap at the very end angles that ball in, and not only 12 seconds later, we've got ourselves a tie game already.
Well, it looks like the Blue Scorpions definitely do not want to repeat their disastrous kickoff from game one. They just decided, hey, we're not even going to, tap the ball first. We're just going to go back and get boost and make sure we don't leave the goal open. And right now they've managed to get back control of the ball, so it might have actually just worked out for them as Zella is able to center up off the backboard. Voodoo in, it just bounces off the ground. Unfortunate angle there. A whiff from Voodoo is going to leave this game tied.
Yeah, but you see them both already retreating, which is a fantastic play. Zella, scary spot in front of the net there, but Silent Tal unfortunately misses on it. Now Zella in a one-on-one. Pulse Impact makes a great save, but Voodoo is right there, gets some boost. Now looking to center something up for a teammate. Ball just pops straight up in the air. And that's going to allow Pulse Impact to at least get a touch on it. Now Zella racing down into the corner, gets it in front of Pulse Impact with the ball cleared above the net. No shot attempt here for the Blue Scorpions. Trying to keep it alive here. Now this ball's going to waterfall down for Zella. And the Yellow Vipers defense comes crumbling apart there.
But here's the crucial part. This is where the kickoff went so badly for the Blue Scorpions last time, but it sure didn't there. The Yellow Vipers completely left it open there, but look at Pulse Impact here. Luckily for the Blue Scorpions, Voodoo is waiting to play some defense. Is going to elevate up. Oh, unfortunately for him, had to fall back down to the ground. Zella was there to bail him out. It looks like Pulse Impact was actually back getting boost, so they didn't have to worry about a follow-up then. Voodoo might want to make sure that he has enough boost to make the plays that he wants to. He was able to pick up the side boost and just push it to the right of the goal. And now can the side control be maintained? Zella's actually just going to wait back there on the back post. It pays off well. He's able to push it off to the corner.
Voodoo now back there as well. Silent Tal going to just kind of lob a shot, or at least a center attempt. Gets cleared away by Zella and Voodoo, but Pulse Impact's going to keep it alive. While still near to that blue goal, finally a huge clear down by Voodoo, nearly on target. Bounces over Silent Tal. Voodoo's racing in. Him and Pulse Impact do get tangled up. Zella pops that ball in the air. This Blue Scorpion's got to be careful. Goal. Their net is wide open, but Zella able to race back with enough boost to be able to steal that one away.
Now they're going to look to keep on playing as if they didn't just leave their goal wide open. They're just going to continue the momentum with Zella. Voodoo actually takes it away. Was that a double commit there that stopped that goal?
100% it was. Zella had a great angle. Voodoo, I either didn't know they were there or maybe thought they had an angle of their own, but here's a great angle. They'll atone for it. Zella not even mad, sets up Voodoo for a great goal, and the minute and 25 seconds left, feels like we might be heading to a game 3 here.
I would certainly be in favor of a game 3, especially on this arena, Urban Central. I do not see enough of in Rocket League, so I'm very glad for the change of scenery. And right now, Voodoo was always very glad of that shot, just up and to the right, just almost not quite accurate. Open goal, dangerous situation for the Blue Scorpions. They have enough time, though, to rotate back as Yellow Vipers don't look to capitalize on that one. So Blue Scorpions, that is their continual weakness there, and that could be what ties it up and prevents us from going to a game 3.
Well, time is ticking down. We always talk about 30 seconds a goal. One more here might do it as Zella gets a great attempt, but you see immediately retreats. It comes back in. We have not seen Voodoo, though, so I have to be led to believe that they are hanging out around that midfield stripe. As I say that, though, they come racing in. It looks like the Blue Scorpions doing a great job just playing defensively. They know as long as they play smart, it's going to be almost impossible for them to lose this game. Voodoo does whip, but he gets back in time. Silent Towel, they need this goal now from the Yellow Vipers to give themselves a chance. Zella, though, in that corner, just going to corral it, roll it around. 15 seconds left. Here's a shot. Voodoo denies that. It feels like we're going to a Game 3 here, Jen. We even scoreboard so confident we even already show that we're going to a Game 3.
It definitely seems to be the case. Both these teams now seem to be working at full potential. This ball hits the ground. Nope, they're going to keep it alive, I guess. I mean, okay, there we go. All right, second game ends with Blue Scorpions pulling out a victory, preventing the sweep from the Yellow Vipers. And I would say Blue Scorpions now look like they are the team that might just win this, but if they're still just having trouble with that positioning and leaving that goal wide open.
Yeah, I mean, the shots on goal evened out. I think it was 7-6, just in favor of the Yellow Vipers. But when you're that close, it's hard to really pick a favorite. But, yeah, I think the problem with the Blue Scorpions is in that game especially, they felt like the better team. They looked like the better team, and they ended up winning. But not only did they leave their goal open a couple times, Jen, they also had a couple of really awkward offensive double commits. One that stole a goal away. It didn't end up mattering because they scored a few seconds later. But I do think that the Blue Scorpions have the talent. They also have the more mistakes than the Yellow Vipers. So I'm with you. I want to lean Blue Scorpions, but I'm worried as soon as I say that they're going to allow like their goal to be wide open on like 3 straight kickoffs. So I lean Blue Scorpions here, but this is still within realms of the Yellow Vipers. They are the more solid team of the two, and they can definitely get this done in Game 3.
Well, let's find out which team wins in Game 3 and is going to be punching their ticket to the semifinals. It's a good thing they're already in the train terminal because they can use that ticket right away when they win. Let's get into game number 3. Blue Scorpions, Yellow Vipers. Who is going to move on to the semifinals? Okay, they moved out of the just for the benefit of when I make that joke, they spoil it. So thank you very much.
You cast or cursed that one. Never heard of someone cast or cursing an arena before, but
I found a way to make it possible.
Well, speaking of making things possible, the Blue Scorpions trying to make that win possible. A great start here, a couple of shots. Zella hanging back at that midfield stripe, looking to set one up for a teammate. Oh, Zella bangs it home. That was Scorpion. Apologies that set that one, or Voodoo that set that one up, and Zella finishes it off. Blue Scorpions out in front early.
Kickoff in favor of Voodoo. Goes off to the corner. Look at Yellow Vipers rocketing in there, though, trying to get it clear, but it's going to be denied as Zella passes to Voodoo toward the goal. And Towel was right there with the save and is now going to try to turn that into a clear. He checks himself very hard into the wall, though. Oh, off the right post. And dangerous situation for the Blue Scorpions. And they have just got to be breathing a sigh of relief there.
That was a we got a rule one! Now it's interesting. What do? Do you break up the rule one? Do you let it happen? I think Voodoo might have clipped him on the way out, but it's hard to see. The rule one did end up getting broken, so for everybody's sake, I do hope that it was Voodoo that clipped him there, and that someone didn't break it intentionally. As we see the Blue Scorpions carry that one up. Great turnaround. Oh, no. Okay. Pulse Impact could have easily scored. Now Voodoo's able to clear it away.
Ooh, turning this into a 1v1 via rule of one. I don't think I'm ready for that quite yet. Voodoo's ready for the goal there. Ooh. Great shot. It is just saved by the Yellow Vipers. Both of them were actually bunched up there by that post. But look at the shot from midfield from Zella. Wow, I wasn't expecting that one.
The Blue Scorpions had a couple of these like cross-map shots you just don't expect. It's off the kickoff. Voodoo gonna corral that one in the corner. Looks to dribble this one past both members of the Yellow Vipers. Does look like Pulse Impact gets a touch on it, but now Voodoo, here's another attempt. Zella looks to take a shot, but it is turned away. And the Yellow Vipers now trying to dribble this one up the field. Looks like maybe Pulse Impact thought he was gonna pass it, ended up taking it himself, puts them in a very awkward spot. And Zella capitalizes to give the Blue Scorpions a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead and a hat trick for Zella as well, and they're just not even going to contest. They were waiting. They were waiting.
Anytime somebody leaves the kickoff wide open, I get nervous.
It's understandable.
Because that relies total trust in your teammate to say, I'm not going to go back and get boost. I'm going to make a save. But you still see this ball finally now cleared away. Oh, huge demo onto Zella, but Voodoo steals it. His shot's wide, and you get the revenge demo on the way out.
Now Blue Scorpions back up to full strength, and Voodoo has to immediately save there, is able to stop that shot from being made. And some great disruption there. Also, ball heads back toward Yellow Viper's goal. We are a little bit over halfway into this match. Zella waits midfield to try to stop Pulse Impact there, is able to steal it away from him. In comes Tao with a shot on goal. That's going to be the first for the Yellow Vipers.
I mean, this just shows the skill that the Yellow Vipers have. Both these players new to Esports Tower in the last few weeks, but showing skills that could make them dangerous moving forward this season. So definitely a team, especially when we get to that 3-on-3 format, depending on who their third teammate is, that you're going to want to keep an eye on. But right now, the Blue Scorpions have them on notice, 2 minutes away from advancing to the semifinals and a date with the Barracudas. But the Yellow Vipers looking to change that. They get a great clear down. Voodoo's one-on-one in the goal. Centered back, takes a shot high and off the crossbar. Pulse Impact regains possession, though. Does get kind of launched out of the way by Zella, and Voodoo with the great clear. Now Zella has a wide open net if they can center it up in time, but Voodoo can't get there fast enough.
Ball's cleared midfield. There goes Zella toward the open goal, and that is going to be the fourth goal. We've been talking so much about the Blue Scorpions leaving their goal wide open. Yellow Vipers did at a very inopportune time.
We've seen a lot of fantastic solo play in these quarterfinals as that ball takes an interesting hop. 2 goals for Silent Talp. I mean, we've seen Zella with 4 goals. We had Drav with, I think, 4 goals as well in our first quarterfinal. Seen a lot of great solo plays so far tonight in these 2v2s, Jem.
A lot of great solo talent. Unfortunately, talking about teamwork instead of solo talent, the Blue Scorpions were lacking a little right there as a double commit kind of caught them off guard.
Seen a lot of solo talent and a lot of solo queue mentality.
Yes,
I think is the best way to describe what we've seen at times here. But a minute left. We always talk 30 seconds per goal, so the Yellow Vipers sort of on that range of just feeling comfortable. Zella might have an issue here. They have stopped driving, so Voodoo, who needs a teammate? Let's just call it solo queue.
It is.
Their teammate leaves. Voodoo gets a goal. Hopefully Zella's able to come back, but a 5-2 lead. Voodoo might be able to hold this down. Zella does disappear. So now Voodoo's got to hold on 1v2 for 40 seconds.
Okay, so... But I think it is pretty doable. I mean, all this is basically you just have to. Oh no. Well, okay, you have to not do what we just saw there. But basically, what I was going to say is you just have to try to maybe not overextend yourself. Make sure that you're always in a position where you can at least get one save, and just try to get those long clears back into Yellow Viper territory to outrun the clock. Ooh, dangerous situation there. Voodoo is playing very pensively here.
Yeah, he has got to just stay in his goal. Anytime he can clear the ball away like this, though, and burn some clock, that's a fine play. Because remember, the Yellow Vipers need 2 goals. 9 seconds left. Voodoo making a great play. If you're the Yellow Vipers, you got to push. It's a 2-on-1, and Voodoo's going to hold on here. Hopefully, Zella's able to make it back for the semifinals without issues. As we said, disconnections felt like they plagued this Blue Scorpion teams a few times. But overall, they get the job done, and they advance to our semifinals.
Well, so normally at this is the time, Fish, where I remember to remind you that going at it alone can only get you so far. And I think for Voodoo, it just showed that all he could do was burn off some time, because I wouldn't have wanted to bend him if it was 1 or 2 minutes left on the clock. So going alone can only get you so far, and ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We just saw that by what Voodoo just faced, and you can see how far Voodoo and his teammate Zella has come since the last time they were in the Rumble last week. And Esports Tower takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. Give a shout out to all the coaching staff, and if you are watching and haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. So let's take a look at the standings overall to see where we lie for the semifinals. Barracudas are going to be facing off against the Blue Scorpions, whereas the Red Scorpions are going to be heading up against the Lynx.
Yeah, that is a very tough ask for the Blue Scorpions to be able to take down the Barracuda. I mean, especially going at it alone. Voodoo, I'm sorry, that was a fantastic 40-second effort there. You're not going to be able to 1v2 the Barracuda. So hopefully Zella's able to get back. Hopefully the internet will be fixed. That Red Scorpions Lynx game, though, I have my eye on that one. That one will be a ton of fun. The Red Scorpions feel like the favorites. They felt like the second best team in the group stage, but that Lynx, especially Drav, dominated. So again, apologies to Blue Scorpions, apologies to their fans. pencil out maybe so I can erase it. I already got the Barracudas in the grand finals. I mean, they don't look
Yeah.
stoppable right now. The Red Scorpions and the Lynx, though, that'll be an interesting one. But remember, Blue Scorpions, Barracudas, it was a 2-0 in the group stage. It was like a close game. I think it was like 2-0, maybe 3-1. And there was those disconnection issues for Zilla and Voodoo. So if those are cleared up, maybe we have more of a game. But like I said, my pencil's out. I've already got the Barracudas in the grand finals. We'll see if my pencil agrees with what happens on the gameplay.
Well, we'll have to see what happens with this tournament and Fish's pencil. We'll find out all of that right after this break, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back to this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble, broadcasting to you from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. New format for this first tournament of the fall season, 2v2s, and we have just seen the quarterfinals finish up as we're moving into the semifinals. 4 teams competing for the first title of the fall 2021 season. I'm still your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Michael Fish Fisher. Fish, we see the first matchup that we are going to cover is the Barracudas versus the Blue Scorpions. And before we get to that matchup, though, all of these teams have performed great, and because of the great performance we have seen with Esports Tower, there have been a lot of scholarships, I understand, given out to these players.
Yeah, there's been a lot of money thrown around at these players. These players have been doing a fantastic job. Cannot wait to see some of the names that we become familiar with in both Rocket League and Valorant in future years to be part of this, scholarship fund. But so far, I mean, there's been a ton of money handed out.
And we just want to take this moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $1.2 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard in their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all these opportunities these players are getting. So congratulations to all of the Tower players, and good luck to the current ones in the rest of this tournament. But before we get to this tournament, we have got to remind these players of Doc's keys to the game, which are of great importance. Ducks Keys to the Game are brought to you by esportstower.com. And those keys to the game are create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. Those keys to the game brought to you by Esports Tower. You can score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. So overall, Barracudas versus Blue Scorpions. You know, the interesting thing, Blue Scorpions, if I were to make a table of strengths and weaknesses of these two teams, I would actually put weak internet underneath the Blue Scorpions, because it seems like that has just been a consistent problem they've been having of disconnects.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we had avoided it in the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, they did at the very, very end. And yeah, I think that is, I mean, that and double commits are the one thing that I think are really going to hold the Blue Scorpions back. So as long as they're able to work that out, they might have a chance. But I mean, the Barracudas have been incredibly strong here. As we kick off this semifinal here, still a best of 3. As Voodoo gets the first shot on net, Jay Blank makes a fantastic save. Jay Blank and Rev kind of ran the table last week, looking to do more of the same this week and claim that first championship. One of many for the Barracudas in the last few weeks. They've been dominating. A great setup there. The ball just barely misses.
Yeah, and Zell.
Yeah, you see
I
that
think
ping.
that's what we've been talking about right there. 240 ping. Just try to work that out right now. It's Rev is going to take control of it in midair, dribble it toward the goal. Zell is waiting in front of the goal. He's able to get credited with the save, but they're just going to play it right over. Leave it for Jay Blank there. Waits for the right moment. Scores past Voodoo. And that's the first goal for the Barracudas, the team that we were looking forward to be the dominant force in this one.
Yeah, just a great job there by Jay Blank, staying with the ball. Double commit comes out from the Blue Scorpions, just not quite able to, unfortunately, slow down the Barracudas. And off the kickoff there's a great job by Voodoo, but Rev wins that one. Jay Blank now looking for a setup, maybe to themselves. And actually, Rev gets back in time, hits off the crossbar. And the Barracudas, you can just see they immediately retreat. They have great just unawareness in this 2v2 of how to play. And so far, this first minute has been all Barracudas. I don't even know if the ball's been on the blue side or on the orange side yet, Jim.
No, I think it has been all Barracudas thus far. It's quite a statement. Jay Blank is going to leave it for Rev, who plays around Zella. Oh, and look here, he's just going to wait for Voodoo to try to make his clear attempt, and then just steal it away from him, push it off to the side. They aren't able to get halfway up the field, and an open goal is left for Jay Blank, but it's just a little bit to the right. Barracuda's unable to score their second goal.
Oh, nice stop there by Zella. Jay Blank waiting at midfield. Ball kind of takes an awkward hop on them, but they're still able to corral it. Voodoo and Jay Blank nearly get locked up there in a Rule 1. Ooh, Rev running some interference. Doesn't quite land on anyone as Zella just clears it away and ends up taking a nice shot on net. Rev, oh no! I think Rev thought he had that ball at a different angle. He only just slowed it down. He didn't actually stop it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he thought
he was going to stop that ball.
He thought, but it just didn't have quite enough momentum. So Blue Scorpions now are able to tie it up by a little bit of good fortune. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. Right now, it's Barracudas who are once again starting off that very dominant side control. And in the middle of the field, Zella and Voodoo move up, are able to play it around Jay Blank. They're able to steal the boost away from the Barracudas as well. Can they waterfall into the goal? Zella sure can, and that's been some of the great solo skill that we've seen from the Blue Scorpions.
Like I said, I was only going to put the Barracudas in pencil. Because right now, the Blue Scorpions, I mean, we saw a little bit of that ping issue. It didn't look like it's affected Zella too much. They have that 2-1 lead. Well, I expect the Barracudas to maybe turn it into an extra gear here. Is Rev now going to have to retreat off that kickoff. Going to clear it the length of the field. Looks to elevate, get a touch on it, but a huge save by Voodoo. Now it's Jay Blank's turn. Looks to play it himself. Double tap, can he get one more? No, and Zella's just going to clear it away, but Rev waiting near midfield. Immediately gets that full boost at that midfield stripe. Going to carry it in, one more touch, but Zella makes a great save, and the Blue Scorpions, they still got 2 minutes left, and as I say that, Jay Blank scores to tie the game.
Well, not too surprising from the Barracudas. They've just maintained all the side control, and Voodoo there looks like he was rotating back in goal, but was just too far behind in his turn to not make it. This next kickoff is going to head off to the side of the field. Zella picks up the side boost. Everyone is ready to make their plays, and Jay Blank is going to push it toward the goal. Zella is able to stop and interfere with that. Now pushes it off to the side midfield. Both teams still tied here. Rev and Jay Blank now start to advance up the field. Zella was unable. It looks like Zella had the strategy of maybe bumping into Jay Blank there, but it really didn't materialize.
Ooh, Zella had a great chance on that ball. If they had just had a little bit more boost, you can see until Voodoo got that full corner boost, the low tanks for the Scorpions. The pass back to Jay Blank, he'll lob it on net just high. Rev looking for one more touch, ends up kind of faking out Zella there. Now it's Voodoo's turn. He's going to retreat back, makes a fantastic save, and we're down under 90 seconds, and the Scorpions have the Barracudas on the ropes, at least here in a 2-2 game.
Jay Blank is going to look to score. Zella with a save there. You look at the saves, both players for the Scorpions have 3 saves, but only 3 shots on goal in total for the Blue Scorpions. Whereas if you look at the Barracudas, they are the ones who have been in control all this time. That 2-2 score really doesn't tell the whole story. It has just been shot after shot from the Barracudas. I would say that eventually just starts to come out in their favor as, just off the right post, a bit of a whip there. But it was another opportunity for them to get into the lead.
Now, Blue Scorpions defense has been great, though. You see the 6 saves. I mean, as I say it, once again, the Barracudas score. But, no, I mean, you're right. And we talked about this in one of our quarterfinals games. 90% of the time, the team with the more shots is eventually going to come out on top because they're just generating more opportunities. I think the Blue Scorpions have 3 shots on goal total. Meanwhile, it looks like the Barracudas, they're up into the double digits. I think that's 8 shots alone for Rev. Oh, kind of a crazy play on the kickoff there. Barracudas get very lucky that Voodoo's shot hit the crossbar. Rev misplayed the kickoff and almost let the Blue Scorpions back in the game. Jay Blank, though, looking to end this one as Zella makes a great save to keep the Scorpions alive here as we tick down under 30 seconds. But Rev has different ideas.
That is a great play, and the question I have to pose to you, Fish, is it individual skill or team play that's making the Barracudas look so strong right now? They mesh well as a duo on the field, but they can also back that up with strong team play.
It really feels like both, because especially in 2v2s, we talked about it, there's a lot more individual skill. Yeah, we saw there 9 shots for Rev, 6 for Jay Blank. That is insane, 15 shots in a game. I feel like it's the individual skill, especially in 2v2s, that is shining through right now. It just feels like Jay Blank and Rev are on another level. They want to be able to win another championship for the Barracudas, who've been very dominant. Like I said, once we kick off the 3v3 season, though, I don't know if that dominance will continue, but as we tick down here on this game, the Barracudas closer than they probably expected it to be, which is a huge shout-out to the Scorpions as they add in 1 more for Styles. The timer hits 0. But overall, fantastic job by the Blue Scorpions being able to keep them this close.
That will do it for the first game of the first semifinal. Barracudas winning that 5-2. Now it seems really it's time to just do another quick review of Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League, and that's to create mistakes, punish their overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. Doc's keys to the game brought to you by Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Score pro advice at esportstower.com.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Blue Scorpions, we also were told, just got word that they actually were able to sneak in a practice game in between the quarterfinal and the semifinal. So that, I think, kind of helped because they came out very strong. They had that 2-1 lead at one point. They are coached by Jockstrad, who I believe was a former player on the Barracudas during the summer for a little bit. So definitely did a great job. Shout out to Jockstrad for having them prepared. That warm-up game also really helped to have them in the lead, which is not somewhere that I think a lot of people expected them to be. But they did still have their struggles. They really struggled transitioning from defense to offense. It felt like, I mean, that ball was on the orange side. It felt like really for the first minute of the game, it never left. The Barracudas taking shot after shot. So if they can work on just getting those long clears, maybe the Blue Scorpions have a chance. I think, though, if you have a game similar to Game 2, I mean, I know moral victories are always, you know, they're just moral victories. They're not actually victories. They're usually what you tell people after they lose. But still, I think it's a great moral victory and great momentum for the rest of the season if the Blue Scorpions have another game like Game 1, where they have a 2-1 lead. Even if they get it like 2-2 and it's tied, then if the Barracudas pulled away at the end, it's like, hey, we can play with the Barracudas for a little bit. We just have a little ways to go. So as long as they have a decent showing in Game 2, I think overall it's got to be a fantastic finish for them. But it just feels like the Barracudas are going to get this one done, Jim. I mean, I didn't see anything that makes me say, oh my gosh, the Blue Scorpions. Because we had that one kind of fluke goal where Rev thought he stopped it. I think the Barracudas are going to get this one done.
And I think you really got the main. Yep, I agree with you, Fish. I think they got this. Fish is walking off. Fish is just walking off the stage here because really, what more can you say right now in terms of this? I am not kidding. I am not joking. I am all of a sudden feeling very alone here. But I'll hold down the fort. I do think Fish really was able to hit the nail on the head with saying that the main problem that the Blue Scorpions are having is they just can't convert from this defense to offense. They aren't being able to get these clears. They try one there. They are able to get one clear as soon as I say they can't, but I really wouldn't expect it to be in the Barracuda side field for too long. I mean, look at that. Rev just steals it from both of them. The goal is left wide open as both of them ran in there, and they both double commit on the save. Oh, but the demo onto Rev leaves that goal open. Jay Blank is able to get there just in time. The Barracudas still managed to get their 1-0 lead. Voodoo now is going to try to get that clear. Jay Blank is waiting there, stops that potential goal from being made, and is now going to look to get the clear yet again. Zella whiffs on that one, so it has to be Voodoo and Rev here. Voodoo is going to wait, just try to see what Rev does, and Rev is just going to say, hey, I'm just going to solo dribble this right into the goal. That's just going to be my skill showing through there, and I think you saw an attempt here at a redirect from Zella. Yeah, but it was just way too late and not at the right angle. Way too shallow of an angle. So now, Barracudas have made it a 2-0 lead, and I am just joined once again by Fish now.
I was grabbing my Sharpie. I was filling out my bracket. This feels like a Sharpie moment here. No offense to the Blue Scorpions. They've been playing strong. Oh my gosh! As I come back, they must have heard me.
You're their good luck charm.
Yeah, apparently. They nearly scored that one. I don't know how that ball did not go in, but an immediate reversal by the Barracudas. It's like Jay Blank ended up saving that shot for the Blue Scorpions. And we'll see if the Blue Scorpions can continue to build. They had a great attempt right there. Like I said, you get this 2-2 that feels like a moral victory. That, however, feels like nothing but a hat trick for Rev.
That almost looked like a reverse of what we saw the first game. It's like Voodoo thought he was just going to stop it right there, but just wasn't. He had no momentum, nothing whatsoever there.
Yeah, the Barracudas, I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders. I think they kind of, got scared a little bit there. Jay Blank, what a play on that kickoff. Just fakes him out. Rev trying to drop that one on the net. Hits the crossbar not once but twice. And Jay Blank immediately retreats. Barracuda's looking to make it to that grand final. They want that championship. Game 1 a little bit sloppy, but now with the demo coming out, looks like they're in total control.
We still have 3 minutes left, and already it's 4-0. Zella now looking to try to get a clear here, contesting with Jay Blank. Leaves it for Voodoo, but Jay Blank was able to kind of steer the ball far off course enough. By the time Voodoo tried to make that shot on goal, it was just way too far to the left. And again, there's another one for Rev.
It's a fantastic job by Rev. The night of solo performances continue. I think that's his 4th goal of this game, all 4 in game 2. A bit of an unfortunate solo goal there. I think that's why Voodoo even hit him with the calculated in chat. Look at Rev's shots. They are almost off the charts. Jay Blank's just kind of there. He's like, I'm just existing at this point.
Just a nice, polite applause for Rev, as Rev is just carrying this away. Rev has more plays than every single other player combined, basically, which is insane, and he's going to look to add to that repertoire. Leaving it for Jay Blank actually here, but Jay Blank doesn't move in to score that goal. Kind of wise, though, because if he did, that goal would have been left wide open. So the Barracudas definitely look to be disciplined and not committing to their goals.
Yeah, and I think that's just something that speaks a lot to the coaching of this team and also just the skill set of Jay Blank and Rev. Is this game's 4-0? I don't want to say it's over yet, but as we said at 30 seconds a goal, we're getting to that point. Is Jay Blank with a fantastic little solo carry and Rev's going to blast it home. But they're playing very safe, as you said, Jim. They're making sure they're not ever too far back. Look at Rev. He's not even in the picture. He's waiting. He finally strikes, and that's why this team is so dominant.
Well, a little under 2 minutes left. Barracudas seem all but certain to advance to the finals. That kickoff way in the favor of Jay Blank is going to just set it up for Rev again. Oh, just a little bit of ping pong there and a little bit too far to the right for that goal.
Rev's going to steal it away. Looking for an opportunity here for the Blue Scorpions. Even at the scoreline here, you get a couple goals on the Barracudas at the end of the game. It still feels good at the end of the day. But it does look like the Barracudas are all but certain to advance. As that goal's wide open. Jay Blank's the closest person to the goal. Rev was going in for something crazy and ends up missing on it, but that's going to allow Jay Blank set it up for Rev, give him the double hat trick, but he just misses on it, and they'll just both go retreating. Great job here by Voodoo, though, but his shot's just wide of the net.
1 minute left in this match. The Barracudas have a very commanding lead, and then Rev gets a double hat trick, so go figure.
Hey, like I said, this has been the Bobo die. We've run out of hats at this point.
Yeah.
We've got the Bobo dice falling from the sky to celebrate Rev, who is, I'm sure, almost lapped over this. I'm surprised his medals aren't coming out on Zella's side of the screen at this point. Absolutely dominant performance by Rev, and I mean, that's nothing to say that Jay Blank's just here for the carry. Both these players are incredibly talented. I like what I've seen from the Blue Scorpions, though, especially here at the end. I mean, you're down 6-0. You know you're going to get eliminated. They're still putting fight in. They're still trying for them, and I think this is a team that give them a few more weeks to something the Esports Tower does really well. It just take teams and not only, as you said, put together well-matched teammates, but also just coach teams up. We've seen teams that have struggled. They'll take a few weeks off of Rumble. They'll come back immediately, make it to the semifinals, make it to the finals. So I think this Blue Scorpions team, by the end of the fall, they get the coaching from Jockstrot, as he's as good of a coach as he was a player. I think this Blue Scorpions team can go very far.
Rev pushes it off to the side. Everything right now just feels a little bit more like a formality right now. As we go to 15 seconds, all that clock has to do is run out, and Barracudas are all but assured to go to the final. Rev trying to add to make it a 7 now, but nothing. Every single goal scored by Rev at this point. Just complete monopoly on the goals. There he is. He's wearing his monocle with his top hat. Complete monopoly over all goal scoring this round.
11 shots, 7. We don't even have an animation for what Rev just did. Like, we just don't. I mean, you don't see players dominate like that. And I mean, we talked about, is it the individual skill or is it the team play for the Barracudas that why they're so dominant? And this is why I think it's the individual play here. As soon as this ball touches the ground, game should be over. Almost a chance there for Zella if they were just a smidge closer. But I don't think the Blue Scorpions should be at all, upset about how that went. You just ran into a buzzsaw of a team in the Barracudas who are wanting to get to that grand finals. And game 1 was great. Just bury the tapes on game 2 and pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah. They will never see. No one needs to see that again.
No.
Never happened as far as.
Unless Rev. Rev wants that on his highlight reel for sure.
True. Rev's going to be the only one who acknowledges the existence of that game. Well, Fish, going it alone can only get you so far. Well, tell that to Rev. But ultimately, for everyone else, for all mortals playing this game, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. And you can see how far these teams have come since they have first entered Esports Tower as a program. Esports Tower takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I'd like to shout out to Coach Jake, and if you are watching and haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up.
I mean, I think, speaking of the coaches, I think Jockstrot deserves a huge shout-out for getting the Blue Scorpions. I mean, game 1 was a great game against the Barracudas, who right now, they haven't lost. I mean, yes, the fall season just started, but I think the Barracudas are 5-0. I don't even know if they've dropped a game in a series yet. So, I mean, this Barracudas team is just on a completely different level. I'm very excited, though, for this next matchup. Red Scorpions and Lynx. I lean towards the Red Scorpions. They were the second best team in our group stage last week, but the Lynx were right there, and the Lynx have been a more historically dominant team. I think they made it to the grand finals a couple times this summer, wrapped up. Very, very interesting series there. Not quite sure if either of those teams are going to do enough to persuade me that they can take down the Barracudas, but I'm very excited to see who – I want to see Red Scorpions Barracudas. Last week you and I were calling for that, like a bunch. We're like, we want to see that. We want to see that. We might get a chance at it. So sorry, Lynx fans. That's the matchup I want to see, which is Red Scorpions Barracudas. I hope the Red Scorpions come out on top here.
We'll take a quick break and see who joins the Barracudas in the grand finals right after this, so keep it tuned.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back to this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble, broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We know the Barracudas are going to be in the grand finals, but who will be joining them, Lynx or Red Scorpions? We're going to find out right now. I'm Story host Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Michael Fisher. And let's take a look at how we got here. Taking a look at the standings, we just saw the match of the Barracudas versus the Blue Scorpions. Blue Scorpions falling in that round, and what ultimately stands out to you here, Fish? Which of these teams would you most like to see go up against the Barracudas, Red Scorpions or Lynx?
I just want to see the Red Scorpions and the Barracudas. Those feel like the two strongest teams right now. I mean, they were the 1 and 2 seed coming out of the group stage, so definitely want to see the Red Scorpions. But if the Lynx get the job done, I think the Lynx are a team that can challenge the Barracudas. Like I said, I think one of our last Rumbles of the summer, I think we actually did see the Lynx and the Barracudas. The Lynx have been a team that's a long time on the up and up. We saw them. They were like, wow, this team has talented players. They've just got to get it going. And then they'd slowly start to get it going. They'd make the bracket stage. Then they'd make the semifinals. And then they finally put it all together, made the finals. I think they lost, 3-1 to the Barracudas in one of our grand finals about a month or so ago. So they're a team that has been there. They're a team that has the experience that the Red Scorpions might be lacking, but the Red Scorpions look like the second best team. And anytime the Barracudas are involved, you want to just see the two best teams. I love upsets, but when you get 1 and 2 in the grand finals, that is usually the best Rocket League. So I'm rooting for the Red Scorpions, but I'm not going to be too mad if the Lynx make it. They're definitely on the up and up, and maybe going to reach that upper echelon where the Barracudas just have a lockdown right now on that top team in the Rumble.
Well, before these two teams face off, we'll remind them of Doc's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Esports Tower. You can score pro advice at esportstower.com. And once again, that's to create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, bump and demo to disrupt. Those Doc's Keys to the Game brought to you by Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Now we get into our match, Lynx versus Red Scorpion. hands. Second semifinal of the night. We'll decide who goes on to face the Barracudas. Red Scorpions went undefeated in the group stage and looked strong coming into this matchup. The Lynx have also looked great in their quarterfinals matchup and should be able to challenge the Red Scorpions here.
Now right at the kickoff, Drov though with a great shot, but oh no, we talked about it, punished the overcommit. GA Baby, who is once again one of the handful of new players we have in our Rumble here this week and last week, with a huge cross-map goal and a great start here for the Lynx.
All right, here we go. GA Baby is going to try to get a shot on goal there, but it just goes a little bit off to the left. And now Crayon with shot on goal. It seems, I don't exactly know what's happening from the Lynx. It seems like they were very reserved there in the past few seconds.
Yeah, I do think, though, our scoreboard is flipped. I think the Scorpions are actually the team in orange and the Lynx the team in blue. So it's a little bit of confusion there. No worries, though. It's GA Baby and Crayon trying to set something up. Crayon's going to clear that one down. It does get stopped, though, as Drov now, who was spectacular in the quarterfinals, looking to atone for that earlier mistake. Trying to air dribble it in, gets stuffed up, though, by Crayon in a huge clear away there before CZC is able to get there. And now GA Baby looking for one more. It's just wide of the net, though.
In comes Crayon, still keeps the side control going. Drov has to backflip. So I'm going to wait, or Crayon just going to try to score it himself. GA Baby backs up a little so that he can have the space to get the shot on goal off the backboard. And in comes Crayon yet again to get the second goal for the Red Scorpions.
It's a great setup here by GA Baby. Huge to steal that full boost, by the way. Great job just realizing, hey, I'm not going to make a play if I don't have any boost. I need to peel out here, get that full boost. Also allows for a great recovery. And the Red Scorpions, like we said, they went undefeated last week. Doesn't look like they're really missing a beat. They've got an early 2-0 lead here, but Drov can drop goals in a hurry. Huge save there from GA Baby, cleared away by Crayon. But the Lynx are starting to mount some pressure here, trying to sneak into this 2-goal lead.
Drov in the corner is going to be looking for his clear, but GA Baby is able to steal it away. And now look at that shot from Crayon again, gets the third goal for the Red Scorpions.
And Red Scorpions look like they're a team on a mission. They have, like we said, they went undefeated last week. Now they're already up 3-0. As the hats fall, is Crayon with the hat trick there already. Ooh, drop though, that's what you gotta watch out for right off the kickoff. Don't count out the Lynx yet. That was a great comeback goal immediately.
A great GA Baby just goes flying past that. Drop capitalizes, scoring the goal. Now it's 1-3. Red Scorpions leading thus far. Here goes GA Baby driving it up the field. Drov is going to be able to save that. Drov gets demoed in return, and Crayon capitalizes on that, getting another goal and a hat trick.
Fantastic job here by Crayon. They get a huge demo onto Drov. Just a fantastic shot. CZC not able to make a play. Have to assume that Crazy Cat has opted for the rename. Would not expect the Lynx to plug in a new player in the semifinals, but you never know. As Crayon looking for one more, not able to find it. CZC finally gets a nice save. And now Drov at that midfield stripe, going to dribble it down into the corner, looks to center it up for a teammate, ends up scoring themselves. We have seen some defensive miscues so far here tonight, Jem, and here's another one as it looks like Crayon's just going to miss on the ball. Excuse me, that was GA Baby.
Yeah, unfortunate misplay there. Now with this next kickoff, goes in the favor of Crayon. GA Baby now is just going to try to score right off of that, and does. Wow.
Atones for that mistake defensively. Just a great read on the kickoff. Nobody's back. One of the huge things that we don't talk too much about in 2v2s is that kickoff, especially if you cheat up like the Lynx tried to do. Doesn't always work. As we mentioned, the Red Scorpions are in orange. The Lynx are in blue. The Red Scorpions do have this 5-2 lead right now, and GA Baby's making to make it 6-2. Shot's a little bit high, gets cleared away, and Drov's shot's going to go wide. That's going to allow the Scorpions to retreat.
Drav is going to be the one to leave it for CZC here. Going in for the shot on goal, just doesn't quite get the goal. Oh no, Drav comes in, gets his own hat trick.
We've got hats flying everywhere tonight. I think this is what, our fifth hat trick already, Jim?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Which I suppose isn't too much to be surprised of, because in a 2v2 there's just a lot less defense, so it would kind of make sense that the scores would be higher.
Speaking of high scores, I mean, it's 5-3 right now. We've still got 2 minutes left in this game. As Drav's going to dribble it up into that corner, takes a bad bounce off GA Baby, but Cran's able to capitalize, at least for a moment, loses their dribble at midfield. Drav now one-on-one against GA Baby with a huge fake. Talked about the night of solo play. Drav's got 4 goals and is willing his team almost single-handedly back into this game.
Now 1 minute 50 seconds left in this match. Ball kind of just dies there with the kickoff. It's going to be Drav who takes advantage of that.
No.
Oh. Whoa. Okay.
5 goals.
Okay. Well, we're all tied up again, I suppose. 5. Drav single-handedly.
Are we playing 1v1s? What? I mean, look at again, CZC and GA Baby. They've been playing spectacular. Look at the amount of medals that Cran and Drav have. Absolutely insane. Now, Cran only has 3 of his team's 5 goals. GA Baby has produced a couple, but Drav right now, if he gets another hat trick, I don't even know what to say. There's not words to describe, especially if his team wins this game as CZC takes a shot. It is turned away. CZC can't find the follow-up. Now, Drav's got a retreat. It's a one-on-one, him versus GA Baby. GA Baby trying to juke him out there. They do get a demo onto Cran, so it's really a 1-on-2, and CZC is allowed to make a great save.
Now CCC goes up the field, is actually might be able to get another goal here, just off to the left, and the Scorpions, no, follow! Another hat trick. Oh, do we still have any hats, or are we having to resort to the dice again?
We threw all our hats away at Rev.
No, now we still have. That's the strategic supply of hats.
We've stolen them from Rev. We've said, Rev, give us our hats back.
Yeah.
6 goals. I think the Scorpions at one point, team in orange, led 4-0, maybe 4-1. Yep. And right now, the Lynx, who are in blue, have a chance to win this game. As I said, 1,000 points for Drav. That is a number you rarely see in a non-overtime game of Rocket League. As you said,
there's still a minute left.
That he might have 7. Oh, but a huge save by Crank. Can CZC get the follow-up? No. And now all of a sudden, with the Red Scorpions on the back foot, not in a spot I think a lot of us expected them to be in. Oh, huge shot there by GA Baby. 30 seconds left. Still plenty of time, though, for the Red Scorpions. They've been scoring in a hurry.
Ooh, this is a very crucial. Oh, Crayon. Oh, CZC. He's still a team member. He's still a team member there. Able to get a shot on goal there. Whiffs there, though. Misses. It's going to be old Draw here. Both of them just going very slow, trying to fake each other. Oh, we're going into an overtime.
Maybe. I mean, 6 goals. I mean, anything can happen. That's a great play by GA Baby, just brutally pushing Drav out of the way. My goodness.
Well, Drav has scored some quick goals off of a kickoff, so that might be the case, especially as the ball just goes off to the side. GA Baby's now going to try to get a goal at the last moment. Can he? No! And it looks like we are indeed going into overtime here.
Oh my goodness. This has been wild.
1v1 overtime, really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just think we should have GA Baby and CCC get in a Rule 1 and determine between Cran and Drav who the better solo player is here. Is that ball? Oh, it's going Rico. Cran. Oh, he had a wide open net. His shot was just wide. CCC. Hey, you're a hero here if you get this goal. Don't care how many your teammates scored. Takes a shot. GA Baby with the great save. And so far, these teams stout defensively early on.
The dribble there. Oh, they left their goal open, and Crayon capitalizes on that.
7-6. Crayon, I think, ends up with 5 goals. Don't know if it was quite enough for the double hat trick, but hey, with the way we've been throwing hats around, we'll take it. That was wow. Wow. There's not even words to describe that. I mean, look at that. I mean,
And GA, baby, you shouldn't be the one dancing around on the field. I'm sorry, it was all crayon there.
well, I mean, Drov's the one you got to feel bad for. The double hat trick, all 6 goals. And again, this is no shade towards CZC. Just a fantastic job overall by both these squads. And now the Red Scorpions have the lead here, 1-0.
Well, if you want to be seen by expert recruiters and talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then you should join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Well, now we are going to head into the next game between these two teams. I have to say, though, even though it was only decided by 1 goal, I still think the Red Scorpions overall kind of deserved that win a little more. As great as it is to see one player get a double hat trick, it really just feels more like a carry situation there.
Yeah, I mean, I really think there's a challenge for CZC to step up in this one and be able to, come away with a goal or two to help out Drov. As we see GA Baby's going to dribble it up the field. Gets stolen away there by Drov. Who else was looking to add to his goal total? Ball does get cleared away. Oh, great play by Cran to bump him out of the way. They just got to set it up for a teammate. Oh, that was a great play by Cran, but GA Baby just was a little bit too far behind.
CZC is going to try to drive it toward the goal where Drov is waiting, unable to score there. It's some great interference by Crayon is going to save that. Now they're going to have to try again for their clear. GA Baby steals it away from CZC. Drop gets demo. That leaves it wide open for Crayon, just effortlessly into the goal.
Fantastic job by the Red Scorpions. And as you mentioned, it felt like they probably had earned that Game 1 win, and this is why. They've been the dominant team. They should have had another goal earlier on as well. So great start to them here. They want to play the Barracudas. It's the matchup I want as well. I still, though, I feel bad for Drov. I want Drov to have another double hat trick and sort of will his team to a Game 3.
Well, we will have to see if that happens, but right now, Crayon is going to be getting control of that, clears it at an angle, which always has kind of its own benefits there, is able to steal the boost actually away. Both GA Baby and Crayon are very high on boost, where CZC is struggling a bit right now. They drive it off to the corner. Get the demo on CZC as well. Now GA is going to be looking to clear it here. Crayon unfortunately whiffs on that one. CZC steals it away. GA there, able to get the clear. It's now going to keep moving up the field. Drov stops that. He's now going to be looking for his own clear.
Ooh, Drov going to try and carry it up. Volte just loses all of its speed in the air and just kind of falls aimlessly to the ground. That ball cleared back to that midfield stripe. Drov beats GA Baby to the ball, but GA Baby will deny any goal-scoring opportunities. CZC steals it away. Cran now, great pass out to GA Baby, but a challenge by Drov does leave the net wide open for Cran, and the Scorpions have a 2-0 lead.
Well, that's a great play there. Great team play from the two. Crayon definitely kind of being the MVP for the Red Scorpions, but what's amazing is that GA Baby, again, is a new member. This is GA Baby's first Rumble, and they're already looking to maybe get to the finals. Can you just imagine, Fish, after a few weeks of just practicing and coaching, how formidable this Red Scorpions team is going to be?
Yeah, I can't wait. The Red Scorpions are right now, I mean, if this scoreline holds, or as you said, looking like a team that with more coaching and just, as if they add a third player in. But right now, Drov, who cares about a third player? Who cares about a teammate? My man is on a solo mission. Just look at this goal gem. He's 1v2ing. And he gets the insane double tap to keep his team in the game.
Would you believe it if I said that this team, the Lynx, is using this duo event to practice their decision-making for trios? I don't know if I'm seeing that right now. It just seems like the decision-making right now is Drov saying, do I have the soccer ball? Okay, my decision is I'm going to score right now.
Hey, CZC's been a lot better in this game. They set up a great shot there from Drov. It was just wide. So, it's not as bad as that first game we saw, Jem, where Drov did basically everything, willed the team to overtime. Gets a great steal there. It looks like GA Baby's going to be able to retreat in time and deny an open net. But hey, I mean, I like the fact it's, as you said, they're trying to just work on faster decision making, and sometimes that can be, I have the ball, I'm going to shoot. We've seen sometimes teams get way too creative. They try and pass. They want this back and forth, and hey, sometimes it's just, I have ball, I shoot.
That's Fish's keys to the game right now.
Have ball, take shot.
Have ball, take shot. Those are Fish's keys to the game. Right now, it seems this game, though, is going a lot faster than the last one. Just the fact that we haven't had as many goals, it has been a lot more competitive. As GA Baby now is going to be looking to capitalize. Drav is the only one there who can save. Goes over to the side. Right now, it looks like the Scorpions, the Red Scorpions, are doing a great job at boost starving. Oh, that's got to. Oh.
Well, Drav had to make sure he scored the goal, right? I mean, at least Drav, you know, in our world, will get credit for it. Is just an unfortunate thing here. Drav, I think, thought he could maybe pinch it with that crossbar.
Yeah, probably.
Great setup by Cran. I don't know if GA Baby scores that, but again, you're going so fast in Rocket League sometimes, you just kind of got to make a snap decision. But Drav looking to get one back. He'll immediately say, look, I made the mistake. I'll get it right back. Drav, you know, unofficial hat trick for me since he did score now 3 goals in this game, just 1 on the wrong goal. My goodness. The Lynx have had incredible individual play in this series. If they can come together, this is a team where I feel like with a month of coaching from the Esports Tower could be scary once Drav realizes he's not playing 1v1s.
That probably is true. Let's see. Oh, look. GA Baby has decided to join the scoring club, getting his first goal.
It's a great play by Cran. Barely beats Drav to the kickoff. GA Baby takes advantage right over CZC. The atoms explode everywhere. Our universe ceases to exist. And the Scorpions have a 4-2 leader, now a minute away, just over actually a minute away from their grand finals, their first ever grand finals, really. Uh-oh.
Crayon demoed, and GA Baby coming in clutch there is able to get, and might actually just try to get the goal there. Looked like the goal was open there for a few seconds. But now 1 minute remaining. The Lynx have barely enough time if they want to do it. A great insurance goal, and probably the last one of the game, would be enough to get the Red Scorpions and cement their victory.
Drav has other ideas, though. Tries to dribble it past GA Baby. Not going to be able to get that one done. Immediately retreats. Huge demo. But it looks like the respawn's going to come out from Cran before the ball even crosses the half line. CZC gets a great demo, takes a shot, but Cran in a 1-on-2 makes a great save. 30 seconds left, and unfortunately it looks like time is running out on Drav and the Lynx.
Crayon, oh, Drav, nice, stopping that play there. It's going to be left up to GA here to try to dribble it up the field, is able to play it around one, almost played it around one. Crayon comes, getting the side control for the Red Scorpions. The demo also onto CZC. Almost and assuredly wrap it up for the Red Scorpions. That gets them their victory and their ticket to the Grand Finals.
Yeah, just a great performance by the Red Scorpions. I mean, again, the Lynx really had a fantastic run, and there's some incredible individual highlights that we are definitely going to be talking about for a while. But once Drav is able to kind of connect with his teammates there, I think this could be a very scary team. But overall, the Red Scorpions come out on top, and we get the final match that at least I wanted, which is Red Scorpions and Barracudas.
Yeah, overall in the standings, the 2 teams that have advanced to the finals are the Barracudas and the Red Scorpions, 2 very formidable teams, and we're going to see who is able to get the victory and take home the first tournament of the fall season. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the next game in this series right after this. Or we might just go into the next game. I mean, we can always talk about what we just saw, Fish, and just what do you think is just kind of the main thing with the Lynx there? You know, how do you think they go forward from this and making themselves into a team that's formidable?
I think the one thing, I mean, is, of course, is, you know, as we talked about, I think after this Rumble, which is just kind of like a special kickoff, we'll go to 3-on-3s. So it'll be very interesting to see, one, how they pair up that teammate. I mean, I think if you get someone who can complement Drav offensively, that is going to be a very scary duo. And then you just have Crazy Cat, CZC working on their defensive play, because at times they were really good. It just was never consistent. So I think there's definitely a way where you have Crazy Cat kind of be that defensive player, be that goalie, if you will, and you find another offensive threat to pair with Drav, and you kind of just play like a defense optional kind of game where you just try and outscore the other team. That might be the best way to go because Drav is an insane goal creator, an insane goal scorer. They just need someone to help complement them offensively when they take two players out of the play and the ball's just kind of armlessly bouncing around in front of the net. But CCC showed a lot of great discipline. So you find a goal scorer, I think that team could be very scary going forward.
Well, once again, I do believe we will take a short break before we get to the finals and see who qualifies for BFC. Will it be the Barracudas or the Red Scorpions? We are going to find out very shortly, so please stay tuned.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back to this broadcast of Esports Tower Rumble. We're broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pans Esports Arena. It's time to find out who is the qualifier for BFC from this Rumble. The Barracudas cruised to a 3-0 win 2 weeks ago against the Swerve. And in now this match here, we are going to see who's going to go up against top pros and content creators. I'm still your host, Jacob Jim Palmer, joined by Michael Fish Fisher. A quick review of how we got here. We have been covering the quarterfinals and then the semifinals. Both the Barracudas really are the team here, Fish, that went into the finals uncontested. I mean, it was kind of a closer game between the Red Scorpions and the Lynx, but Barracudas have just dominated in everything they've been in.
Yeah, I don't think they've dropped a single game in this Rumble, both last week and this week. I know they haven't dropped a single series, but I think they have gone 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and now looking for the 3-0 here now that our grand finals goes to a best of 5. But yeah, the Barracudas look like the best team. They feel like the best team, but now they get a chance to play against the second best team, which is the Red Scorpions. They are also undefeated, as you mentioned, though, a lot closer against the Lynx, especially in that game one where they almost single-handedly lost to Drav, which was very, once again, that's like the performance of the tournament. I don't know what happens in our grand finals. But again, 6 goals in one game to force overtime, absolutely insane. But so, you come in, you probably expect the Barracudas to be favored here, but I think this Red Scorpions team of GA, Baby, and Cran have the ability to maybe get us into overtime, maybe able to maybe pull one out at the very end here, because they play a very disciplined style of Rocket League, especially in these 2v2s. Again, light pencil maybe. I'm putting Barracudas down as the champions, but I definitely think that you're going to hear some noise from the Red Scorpions in a matchup that we've wanted to see for 2 weeks now. We wanted to see this last week in the group stage. Now we get it here in the grand finals. No more fitting place than that.
Let's take a look at the final recap of Doc's keys to the game before we get into this match in Rocket League 2v2. Create mistakes for the other team. Punish the overcommit. Don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. The Doc's keys to the game brought to you by Esports Tower. You can score pro advice at esportstower.com. You can improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Now let's get to the grand finals. As Fish said, this is a best of 5. We're going to see who takes home the first Duo Rumble Championship here at Esports Tower. The Barracudas have not dropped a game on their run to the grand finals, while the Red Scorpions have looked incredibly strong through the event. Let's get into game 1 and see who will be this week's Rocket League Rumble champion.
Oh, great start here from Cran and GA, Baby. They strike first. I think we're going to get an assist from Rev here, potentially. Or is this ball just... No, actually, it was Jay Blank. That ball bounced off of him. Ends up going in. GA, Baby has the lead, but a great start for the Red Scorpions. Exactly what you wanted.
Now GA, Baby is going to chase this up the side. Moving along here, trying to set it up for Crayon. Barracudas are going to try to keep it going, as it looks like Rev there is driving it up the field with Jay Blank. Leaves it for Jay Blank, but it doesn't go in the goal.
Jay Blank is able to steal that one away. Rev comes in and keeps the ball on that orange side. Cran now gets a touch on it, but side control still in the Barracudas' favor till GA, Baby with a long blast down, a wide open net. Cran misses his opportunity. You cannot miss those against the best team in the Barracudas. We'll see if they can make them pay, as Rev looking to center this one up for Jay Blank. Actually, he's going to take it himself across the length of the field. Play it around GA, Baby. Cran takes a shot, but Jay Blank was just waiting back for anything crazy to happen. And he's able to corral that ball and start dribble up at his field himself.
In midfield, Crayon is going to be looking to clear here over both members of the Barracudas. Just does a great air dribble right into the goal. What a solo play. Again, Crayon was the one who made a lot of these crazy solo plays in the last match, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Red Scorpions coming out and kind of shocking everybody. I think we expected the Barracudas to pretty much dominate this game, as they haven't lost a single game. They look well on their way, at least in that first minute. There's still 4 minutes left for Rev and Jay Blank to be able to turn this around. They get a great demo onto Cran. Pass from Rev over to Jay Blank. Shots high, but he's got the follow-up. That one's high as well. A bit of poor shot placement. Now is going to allow Cran to try and dribble this up the field. He will, however, get stopped, as Rev's now looking to dribble this one down himself.
Now continuing to move up the field. Jay Blank is actually going to get pushed back right towards their own goal. It's going to be Rev who contests with Crayon. Crayon gets the better of that. Jay Blank looks to corral this away from Crayon. And GA Baby, who's waiting back. And right now, just still waiting for their clear. There it goes, around Crayon. Looking to set it up for Jay Blank toward the goal, but just only pushes it off to the left. Nothing really too much in the line of the Bear. They only had one shot on goal so far, which is kind of shocking.
It's been a very, tight defensive game. You see the Scorpions, they only have 2 shots, but both those shots have gone in. As Rev looking for one here, bounces it back to Jay Blank. His shot is high. Rev immediately bails out to stop any clear. Jay Blank with a great demo onto Cran. Shot from Rev, and it'll sneak under the crossbar. And the Barracudas, as we enter the second half of game 1, have themselves within 1 goal.
It looked like one that just nobody really expected there, as Crayon was just way too far off in the corner. Didn't even start moving up toward the goal. Just probably didn't think that
he had been demoed.
Oh, he had been demoed.
Yeah, he was off the respawn there. So the GA Baby was kind of in a 1-on-2, never a spot you want to be. And as it looks like Rev's going to carry this one up the field. Great pinch off the ground. Unfortunately, not really able to make a play, and now Crayon gets a shot, but Jay Blank holding back, making sure nobody can score on them. Great discipline here for the Barracudas so far in game one.
Crayon goes chasing after the ball, trying to corral it there. GA Baby makes a backflip. Here comes Jay Blank, is going to try to bounce it off the wall. It's now left up for Rev there. Actually, Jay Blank is going to continue to chase after it. He's able to pick up the corner boost. Now in comes Rev, trying to play it around the Red Scorpions there. Runs right into GA Baby. And just there really kind of seems like they're struggling to maintain a lot of side control here. Not cleared it, it always gets pushed back toward their goal from the Red Scorpions.
Rev gets a good demo onto GA Baby, but he should be able to respawn in time as Jay Blank wraps this one around the corner. There is GA Baby with a fantastic save. Rev kind of faked out Crayon there. Now wants to take possession of that ball. Looking to play it himself. Huge mistake. And Rev, same spot as his first, ties our game up. And just an unfortunate whiff right there. Remember of the Red Scorpions, and that really allowed Rev to get that great solo goal.
Well, now we're all tied up. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in this first. Ball goes off to the side slightly in the favor of the Red Scorpions. GA is going to be looking to center it up for Crayon. Unable to, though. Rev stops Crayon's play there. Now it's up left to Jay Blank. Pushing it off to the side where GA's waiting. Oh, nice play there from Rev, stealing it away. And now gives the Barracudas a little bit time to plan their strategy.
Ooh, centered up. Huge save there by Jay Blank at the very last moment. Now he's racing down. It's an open goal for the Red Scorpions. Ball drops right in front of the net. What an insane waterfall. I think he even managed to bump Crayon out of the way. Rev just simply could not get there in time to be able to capitalize as we'll take down under 40 seconds. Ball in the corner. Here comes Rev looking for the hat trick. Give it to him. My man has been impressive. He's hit the same spot all 3 times, Jem. Right below that little black line on the top of the crossbar. This one bounces down. And we talk about solo play. Rev single-handedly got his team in the lead.
Here comes the next play. Kickoff in the favor of the Barracudas, who now find themselves in the lead. Maybe just took them a little bit longer than they first anticipated to get into full form here. As GA Baby is going to dribble it down the field. Is just a little off to the right, though. He's unable to score the goal. Great attempt at the solo play, though. And now Rev and Jay Blank are pushing it up the field. All they have to do is really stall out the clock at this point. There's only 8 seconds left. They have to do the crucial save here. Misses, but it's still off the backboard. That's just enough time for Jay Blank to disrupt that play. But they just need to keep it in the air. There's still an opportunity for that.
Oh!
They tie it up, and we're going into overtime.
What an insane play by GA Baby and Crayon. It's GA Baby who gets the game winner. Oh, I think Rev actually stopped Jay Blank from saving that. What an insane way to force overtime here. And if the Red Scorpions win, that is a huge blow to the Barracudas, not only in their confidence, but in the fact that they could have had a perfect rumble, if you will. They miss on that one, and now GA Baby and Crayon have a great opportunity here to turn this one around. Looking for Crayon, but they can't get that pass off.
Still, they are maintaining a good amount of side control. The Barracudas trying to waterfall it down into the goal, unable to do it there. They're going to try again, looking for the centering. Jay Blank trying to. Rev has to defend here. Is being ferociously chased down by the Red Scorpions. Now Jay Blank is able to push it up the field, leaving it up for Rev to the shot on goal. Saved by Crayon. Another shot follow up there. Unable to get it again, but Jay Blank credited with another shot on goal.
Huge clear down by GA Baby. Jay Blank looking to race it up. He's got Rev near midfield. Kind of loses out on the dribble, though, and doesn't really make a play as Rev takes a desperation shot. It's wide of the net. GA Baby plays it up the wall for himself. He'll clear it all the way down to the blue side, but Jay Blank is ready for it. Jay Blank looking to wrap this one around the corner, get it to Rev, who's right behind him in hot pursuit. Rev centers it up for Jay Blank, but that one's turned away. And the Barracudas look to have lost their pressure here, and they'll just have to reset unless Jay Blank can make a play. He's got Rev near midfield, but it's cleared away by GA Baby.
Now we're about 1 minute, 30 seconds into overtime. That is a healthy amount of time for overtime, and Jay Blank was looking to end it there with that insane air dribble. But GA Baby was the one to get the save. Rev wants to try to stop that in midfield. Is able to kind of flips it up into the left, but it doesn't have enough momentum, but it is still staying out of the Barracuda's territory until then when Rev gets a great save. Barracuda's looking to close this out. They do not want their perfect record to be tarnished here.
Rev looking to dribble this one up. 2 minutes gone by in overtime. Stopped there by Cran. Second chance here for Rev. Gets it over to J-Blank. There's your game winner. Took longer than expected, but J-Blank 2 minutes, 6 seconds into overtime pulls the Barracudas out on top. And wow, that was closer game one than I think either, at least I'll speak for myself, than I expected there, Jem.
Yeah, I was already just kind of wrapping up my monologue, just getting ready to head into the break, and the Red Scorpions managed to push us into a 2-minute overtime, which is pretty impressive, with a buzzer-beating goal. And what's interesting about this grand final, Fish, is if you look at the roster, it has kind of a mix of veteran players like Crayon and J-Blank, but Rev and GA Baby are new players to the Rumble, and you still really wouldn't know that too much.
No, especially not from either of them. Rev in particular, the 3 goals, almost single-handedly wins the game in regulation, gets a great pass there to J-Blank in overtime to win it, but GA Baby, the composure to take that final shot. Cran, if you watch that replay, is right behind him. So a huge trust from a veteran player like Cran to say, all right, GA Baby, this is your moment, and not double commit, not bump him out of the way. So really, both the veterans and the rookies are performing absolutely admirably here. The Barracudas, when we talked about, a lot of teams have come into this event, and we've heard from the Barracudas as well. They came in wanting to work on their in-game decision-making. So far, it's paid off right now. They have not dropped a single game, and they're 2 games away from being undisputed champions this week.
Now the first kickoff doesn't really go in either's favor, as Rev now is able to get a shot on goal there, but I wouldn't necessarily call it that. That was more of just kind of a clear that went a little bit more fortuitously than he originally thought. But here comes J-Blank in midfield. Is going to be looking to center it up again. Has to play it around GA there. GA is able to stop that, and Crayon just runs right into him, but gets Demo. Is going to pay the price for that.
Rev looking to get a great pass over to J-Blank. Now we get a give and go, but it's stolen away by GA Baby. Cran with the nice dunk. Water falls down a little bit wide of the net. Looks able to recover it, but J-Blank immediately denies it. Rev now 1v1 here versus GA Baby. Ball takes just a very awkward hop. Rev gets credit for it, but unfortunately that's just a stroke of bad luck. Like, no way you could have predicted that if you're GA Baby.
Here we go. Almost a minute has passed. We still have 15 seconds left in the first minute. Rev.
I think Cran disconnected as that ball was scored.
Huh.
All right, he has come back now.
Okay.
You can see there at the top left, it did say Cran left the match. Of course, once the ball is scored, the result is official. So great sportsmanship by the Barracudas, waiting for Cran to come back. And now this ball started in the center where it began on that kickoff. J-Blank, he's got Rev down to his bottom left. He's going to try and carry it in, though, off the crossbar. GA Baby got in the way. I have no idea how he scored, honestly. I need a second look here.
Yeah.
How does he double tap that, or does that hit off Cran? I cannot tell.
Yeah, I think it might have hit off Crayon.
I think you're right. Either way, it's a fantastic solo carry. Rev was there, by the way, if that ball drops down to the ground. So great play. Uh-oh. Are they going to give one back? Oh, it just hits off the crossbar. Almost given back an own goal there for the Barracudas.
There goes J-Blank. Isn't able to get the clear. It's GA. Was looking to get a goal there, but wasn't able to find one. Crayon's hanging back in the field, waiting to play some defense. Is going to be able to take the ball. Now just going to try to push it up and over J-Blank's unsuccessful in that, and Rev just runs right into him as well. Interesting thing is that only Rev really has a little bit of boost right now. J-Blank has just been struggling to get by on the small boost that he can pick up. Now pushing it up the field with the dribble is Rev. Unable to play it around GA, though, and isn't able to score another goal.
Ooh, GA Baby, nice center there. Cran couldn't quite get in position in time. Plays it off the wall on a nice back pass, but Rev's actually going to steal it away. Hoping for that ball to go right in front of the net, but GA Baby recognizing that play in time, able to use all of their boost to get back and stop that one from being a free goal for the Barracudas. Almost 2.5 minutes gone by in this game, too. J Blank once again elevating, looking for the same thing. This time he wants to pass it off to Rev, but Crayon just barely intercepts it, gets a nose on it. Be able to stop that one from going in. Now Crayon makes the play offensively, but it's stopped by Rev.
Now moving on. Oh, look at GA Baby right there, and I think a little bit of help there from Crayon, too. It looked like it just bounced off Crayon's roof right in the right angle, or maybe even J-Blank too, I'm not sure, but either one of them, good goal.
That was a great setup there by the Scorpions. And hard to tell, as you said, who it hit off of Crayon of J-Blank, but Crayon was in the position, so we'll give credit to him. And the Red Scorpions have kept this a series. I was expecting, you know, maybe 3-1, maybe 4-2 games where it felt like the Barracudas were in control the whole time. No, that has not been the case. As it's only a 1-goal lead as GA Baby just going to deny that one. Rev, though, looking for the follow-up. Demo onto Crayon, so it's a 1-on-2 for GA Baby. Makes a fantastic save. As Crayon has respawned and now has to make a save himself as J Blank takes a shot from midfield.
Shot just isn't going to have any momentum, though. That allows GA Baby enough time to corral it. Get ready for the centering here, but J-Blank's going to stop that. Now leaves it up to Rev to get the clear as we head back over to the other side of the field. It's left up for J-Blank. No, the ball's just way too high, so J-Blank has to rotate back as the Scorpions try to get their opportunity. Got a goal here, 50-50 in the favor of Crayon, but just barely. It bounced off the crossbar there.
I think J-Blank made that save, actually.
Yeah. I mean, Crayon got to the ball first, but then it bounced off J-Blank for the save is what I was saying.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of J-Blank, he's able to make a great goal. Just a fantastic little solo play, sticking with the ball. Rev's running some interference in the goal, just kind of bumping people around. And unfortunately, I think GA Baby and Crayon kind of double committed going for that one. And the Barracuda's back to a 2-goal lead. See if it'll hold here for the last 75 seconds of Game 2 of our grand finals. Rev, he's got a wide open opportunity. He actually peels off to let J-Blank score. I feel like Rev should have maybe taken that one, but he's going to be able to retreat back in time and stop anything before something happens on his end.
Now we have 1 minute left in this match. Barracudas have a 2-goal lead. At this point, one more insurance goal would probably do it for the Barracudas, so they don't want to completely be in a position where they're just playing defensively all the time here, because one more goal would definitely do it for them. Here we go. J-Blank is going to be able to take that ball before GA Baby can get to it with the pass over to Rev. Back over to J-Blank. Just can they get the angle that they want? A bit of a double commit there for the save for the Scorpions, but at this point they cannot let any or other sort of goal go by. But they shouldn't really be defending right now. They only have less than 30 seconds now to get 2 goals.
It's up to GA Baby. Can't quite sneak it around J-Blank, though. And Rev's just going to clear this one away. Now we're down under 12 seconds. The Scorpions comeback bid looks like it will fall short. Last-ditch effort here. They can score and get something off the kickoff. Crayon's going in, and he just misses on an open net. Would love to have that one back, and that's going to seal the fate. Now the Barracudas 1 win away from, I think, something we have not seen ever, and if we've seen it, it's been quite a while, which would be, I guess, to quote, a perfect rumble, because they are 1 game away from sweeping everybody in their way.
And what's interesting, I think, is that I think that your contention at the beginning of this game, before we started getting into the gameplay, is still true, Fish. And as much as we joke about the term moral victory, it is kind of a little bit of solace for the Red Scorpions that they have managed to make these games so close. Going into overtime on game 1, it's only a 3-1 victory for them in game number 2, especially with GA Baby, this being his first Rumble, and has been so impressive. He's already, a grand champion, rank 1. So many upsides in team play with him and Crayon working together, and we'll see how they do when they form a three-person team. It's just amazing to see what the future has in bright. Even if they lose here, the future is very bright for the Red Scorpions.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Scorpions feel like a team that is I don't know if they've broken through into that upper echelon yet. I'd like to see them take a game off the Barracudas before I declare that, but you basically have to go into every event now going forward, depending on who their third teammate is, because 3s and 2s are a little different. As Rev and J-Blink try for a nice passing combination there, is you pretty much have to say Barracudas and Red Scorpions are going to be 1-2 in our future events. I love what I've seen play at Adam. As you said, a moral victory for how close they played the Barracudas. You'd really like one win here. Getting swept in the grand finals never feels great, so they can get one win here. I mean, I'm not going to proclaim that they're better than the Barracudas, but I'll proclaim they're the second best team in our Rumbles.
Which is really something to say, because we were kind of treating the Lynx as that team so far, and then they just came out of nowhere and stole that from them, the Red Scorpions. Right now, J-Blink gets a save there. He and Rev are going to move up the field. Rev looking to try to set it up for the goal there, but just off and to the left. GA Baby waits in the goal and watches for the next play from the Barracudas. Here they go. Is able to get a save from GA Baby. Rev now with the follow-up again, but the ball's just too high for him to get the angle he wants.
Oh, huge clear by GA Baby. It's a wide open net if he can angle it in time. The ball takes sort of a funky hop off that corner and doesn't allow him to get a second touch on it. Rev's just going to blast him out of the way. J-Blink playing a game of chicken, seeing what GA Baby wants to do. GA Baby just kind of forces that ball on net. Cran, though, didn't have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Now GA Baby once again going to clear it down. Already a minute and a half gone by in this 0-0 game. Cran blasted out of the way. Here comes J-Blink, wants to center it up. Him and Rev, double commit does come out, and that's going to allow Cran to be able to clear it back to the blue side.
Well, I have to say, in terms of side control, the Scorpions have been making a pretty decent showing thus far. They have managed to stop clears like that and keep it in the blue side of the field. GA Baby is going to try to play around Rev here. Rev steals it away from him. Now Crayon's going to stop that clear, and they continue to maintain their control of this game this far.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Scorpions have gotten it feels almost better and better every game. They figured out sort of those fake clears that GA Baby takes advantage of a very bad double commit here in the corner. You're going to see Rev and J-Blake basically land on top of each other, even run into each other, and that allows a wide open net, and GA Baby takes advantage. Scorpions have a 1-0 lead here in Game 3.
You don't necessarily have to play perfectly. You just got to play very well when the other team makes a mistake.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes in this Game 3 from the Barracudas. I would expect them in this second half here to maybe clear this up. And it starts maybe with a great pass there, but J-Blank just waited too long on it.
Here we go, continuing to move up the field. It's going to be Rev. Oh, look at that there from Crayon. Is going to be able to turn it into another shot on goal. But it doesn't turn into anything. Scorpions still only leading by 1. Barracudas have managed to stage comebacks with these narrow leads, so I still wouldn't count them out. They still are at match point. If they win this, the tournament will end and we will have our champions. So Rev looks to be trying to set up the next play for J-Blank here. Is going to be able to drive it across the field without a shot coming through from the Scorpions.
A very risky play to pass it in front of your own net. This time Rev does pass it over to J-Blank. Cran in the corner, just simply going to corral it. J-Blink's racing in, gets a huge demo, one-on-one as he tries to bump GA Baby out of the way. And Rev, but who else, scores the game-tying goal. Great play here by J-Blink, though. You see he's going to force GA Baby to elevate early as he was trying to olay that demo. When he couldn't get to the ball, it's a wide-open net, and Rev, even though he's a newer Rumble player, he's not going to miss those shots, especially in a moment like this.
Here's the kickoff. Man, time's passed quickly for this match. It's about a minute and a half left.
J-Blink saved that! That was a free goal for Rev!
Well, maybe he can get a bit of redemption here. We'll see. We'll see as J-Blank looks to try to leave it for Rev now. It says, okay, I'm in full communication with you now.
I'm pulling away from the goal.
I am going to get as far away from the goal as possible to let you try to make your play.
It's very close. It hit off the crossbar. GA Baby not trying. He'll take that gift. Just over 60 seconds left. Rev looking for another attempt. J-Blank now one-on-one. Just bullies it past GA Baby. The veteran takes advantage of the rookie. Almost quite literally stealing candy from a baby. As J-Blank just says, wait for it, and I got this one.
Now we're a little under a minute with the Barracudas getting a small lead. Next kickoff goes slightly in favor. Oh, I would say more than slightly. Scorpions tie it up again.
Great job. GA Baby is going to get one right back on Jay Blank. Doesn't quite get the clear he wanted. That's another double commit. This game has been very, very sloppy for the Barracudas in terms of double commits, and it's a big reason why the Red Scorpions find themselves in this spot. About 50 seconds left, 54 seconds left. Tie game. Great start there off the kickoff as well as Jay Blank was cheating up. GA Baby setting himself up. Huge clear from Rev, and now the problem is Red Scorpions goal's wide open. He wanted the demo onto GA Baby, didn't actually find it though, and Rev kind of flipped over as well. This and very kind of uncharacteristic set of errors from the Barracudas. Oh no. Oh, you hate to see it. Still time. Our clock is a bit fast as it's ticking down, but very unfortunate. And I think that was GA Baby who right now has put in the game-winning goal for the Barracudas.
Well, but there's still a good amount of time left, like you said. The clock is going to go back to 30 seconds. So still time for the Scorpions to make their move here. Crayon has control of it, and that's really huge here. Going to center it up, but Jay Blank stopping GA Baby from getting the right angle that he wanted. Here goes Rev. Actually, he's going to leave it for Jay Blank. They both contribute. They're kind of bunching up around the soccer ball. I don't know if they necessarily want to do that. Crucial for Rev here, and Jay Blank. Oh!
Wow. 4 seconds, I think. 3 or 4 seconds on the clock. We'll see it again here. Just a great play by Crayon this time. Just a tap into the goal. And I mean, by all expectations, that's probably the second time in this grand finals the Red Scorpions will score in the final 5 seconds. They might even have a chance to win it, but Jay Blank clears that one away. Rev will let it touch the ground. We'll reset for overtime. You got to give it to the Scorpions, Jem. They have given the Barracudas everything they can handle in these 3 games.
It really is quite astonishing to see how a team that just entered the Esports Tower Rumble for this tournament has made such a showing in challenging one of the best-ranked teams, the Barracudas. Now the Barracudas are just looking to close it out in overtime. Can they do it? Well, Jay Blank gets a nice tap right there. Is going to continue. Isn't able, though, to get the tap he wanted in midair. But Rev is going to be able to center it up, leaving it for Jay Blank. Oh, a miss there by Crayon. Is fortunately for the Red Scorpions not going to be capitalized on.
Yeah, I think Jay Blank assumed a save was going to be made, which in overtime you have to, because you cannot commit to a ball and then be stuck waiting as watching as the other team dribbles at the length of the field. Here comes Rev, though. Oh, it's just a bit high. GA Baby with a fantastic save. Jay Blank with the reset. Rev one more time. Can't quite get a fender on it. And he will retreat, and the Scorpions now have a chance to win this thing as Crayon gets a pass over to GA Baby. It's stolen away. Jay Blank, GA Baby one-on-one. Jay Blank can't quite find it, and Crayon clears it away.
Ooh, and Jay Blank does kind of a nice backflip there. They realize that they still have an opportunity to make another play. Oh, but they just pushed the ball way too up high there. Jay Blank's going to try off the crossbar. Rev there with the follow-up. Gets the victory for the Barracudas.
Just a great job by Jay Blank and Rev. That last, I'd say, 30 seconds of overtime was all Barracudas. So you could see the shot differential. We talked about it all night. The team that takes the more shots 90% of the time is going to win. But honestly, the Barracudas are happy. They're the champions. You cannot be upset about that. I mean, like I said, I believe our first ever perfect Rumble. If not, it's been done very, very rarely. The Barracudas sweep everybody, but Red Scorpions have got to, they've got to hold their heads high. That was a great performance. GA Baby making their first ever finals in their first ever Rumble. I'm very curious to see, we talked a lot about the Lynx and who that third partner was going to be to sort of activate them. The Red Scorpions' third partner is going to be a very interesting choice because this is a very talented 2v2 team. How they slot in that third player is going to go a long way to saying how successful they are in our future Rumbles.
Well, that's how you do it. Way to go, Barracudas. Your coach is going to love reviewing those games in the next practice session. And VODs are a great way to improve your game and learn as a team. And you get all those resources when you join Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance, and improve your power as well at esportstower.com.
honestly, just a great showing from both those teams. They showed why they were the top teams in that format. I think the 2v2, we've been told, was a great success for the players. We saw a lot of individual play. I mean, we even joked that it was solo queue night here because of just how many individual players absolutely popped off. I mean, GA, Baby, Rev, and Draw were kind of the three in my mind that had spectacular performances. Don't forget about Cran and J-Blank, though, as well. Just cannot wait for the future Rumbles. 3v3s, the game is probably going to slow down a little bit. We won't see as many crazy mistakes, but overall, fantastic way to kick off our fall Rocket League Rumbles. And once again, same team that ended the summer on top now with the Barracudas. Like I said, I've heard word we might get some new faces, maybe some old faces in as well going forward, and can't wait to see that. But the Red Scorpions put everybody on alert. They are almost at the Barracudas level. Not quite. You still got swept, but almost. They're going to be a tough out in future tournaments.
Well, now's the time when we look at the top player of the game, the ICCU player of the game. Do you have any predictions, Fish?
It's got to be, I mean, I always lean towards a guy on a winning team. We've given it to a ton of Barracuda players in the past, but of course Rev is new. I would say Rev 100%, with probably an honorable mention to Drav would be my two choices.
Yeah, I would have to agree there, Drav. One player who single-handedly at least made it a match in the semifinals. If there was any player that would definitely be a solo carry, it was him.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think GA Baby was spectacular. I mean, J-Blank kind of fit that mold. But, yeah, it's got to be Rev, in my opinion. They almost single-handedly won a couple games in the grand finals, which is absolutely insane. They would have if it wasn't for some great plays at the very end by the Red Scorpions, by both GA Baby and Cran getting some goals. So, yeah, Rev's my choice. But, Drav, you have to have your head held high. I know you didn't make the grand finals like you wanted, but – man, I mean, that is a player where you're like, dang, that guy is super talented. Once his teammates are able to complement his skills, well, and I'm not saying Crazy Cat didn't. It's just they didn't. That 2v2 format, they got exposed a bit. But Crazy Cat, Draw, if you add one more, like I said, a goal scorer into the mix, that's going to be a very scary team as well. We have our top three, it feels like. We have the Red Scorpions, we have the Lynx, that you can go either way, and then we have the Barracudas on top. I'll be curious to see who else can challenge those teams in future Rumbles.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see what the future brings. And overall, do you still have any big takeaways as we prepare to close out this match?
2v2s was a ton of fun. Cannot wait for 3v3s. Here we go. Here's our player of the game, though.
And it is going to be Drav.
He earned it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Absolutely well-deserved here by Drav. Again, just almost single-handedly willing his team into the grand finals. Couldn't quite get it done in the end, but totally deserved. Cannot wait to see what the Lynx and Drav do going forward as well.
Well, the ICCU Play of the Game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Drav is your ICCU Player of the Game.
I mean, and I think that's going to be the game. I mean, no offense to Barracudas, I mean, because they and the Red Scorpions played a ton of crazy games, 2 games with game-tying goals scored in the final 4 seconds. The game I'm going to remember from tonight, though, was the Red Scorpions versus the Lynx. Drav scoring 6 goals. And at one point, with about 45 seconds left, having his team in a position to win 6-5 on a double hat trick, ended up not going their way in overtime, but that is probably going to be the game I remember the most.
Well, thank you for tuning in, and congratulations to the Esports Tower Barracudas as they dominated this event and became the first team to win a duo Rocket League Rumble Championship. The duo of J-Blank and Rev looked to mesh incredibly well together and worked hard for their victory tonight. Congratulations on the Red Scorpions duo on a great performance and run through this week's Rumble, and we look forward to seeing this team in the future. And join us next week as trios will return to the Esports Tower Rumble, and we'll see the new and returning teams. I don't know if I can take another week of duos because we just saw some crazy moments in their Fish.
Like I said, I've talked to some of the Esports Tower coaches. I've heard rumors about who might be coming back. It is going to be a star-studded trios lineup if the teams that I've heard mentioned are going to be coming back. There's also going to be a new Esports Tower team that is very talented. How about Triple Supersonic Legends, Jeff?
Ooh.
Yeah, that team is going to be scary. There's a ton of great Rocket League going forward. Every Wednesday starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. You do not want to miss it.
Well, we will leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 positions offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. That's going to do it for us tonight in this Rumble. So you have a great evening and enjoy the top 5 plays. J-Blank to disrupt that play. They just need to keep it in the air. There's still an opportunity for them.
Oh!
They tie it up, and we're going into overtime.
What an insane play by GA Baby and Cran. It's GA Baby who gets the game winner. Oh, I think Rev actually stopped Jay Blank from to say it's over yet, but as we said, at 30 seconds a goal, we're getting to that point as Jay Blank with a fantastic little solo carry and Rev's going to blast it home. But they're playing very safe, as you said, Jim. They're making sure they're not ever too far back. Look at Rev. He's not even in the picture. He's waiting. He finally strikes. And that's why this team is so dominant.
Wide open, they're just going to continue the momentum with Zella. Voodoo actually takes it away. Was that a double commit there that stopped that goal?
100% it was. Zella had a great angle. Voodoo, I either didn't know they were there or maybe thought they had an angle of their own. But here's a great angle. They'll atone for it. Zella not even mad. Sets up.
Turning this into a 1v1 via rule of one. I don't think I'm ready for that quite yet. Voodoo's ready for the goal there. Great shot. It is just saved by the Yellow Vipers. Both of them were actually bunched up there by that post. But look at the shot from midfield from Zella. Now Crazy Cat up the side of the wall is going to be looking to air dribble it, center it up for Drov, who's waiting, but Silent is going to run some interference, stopping a shot on goal from being made, but Drov is ready for the second chance now with that air dribble right in there, solo, and